Please.
With a shirt on. Hi, Mike. Let's see here. I feel like I know Mike.
Hey, he's talking about me? Honest, Frank?
Yes, you, sir.
Oh.
You kind of have a Billy Bob Thornton look going on there. Anyone ever tell you that?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
And the other guy, with the mustache, Tom Selleck.
Oh, right.
So how you
Tall,
doing?
you look like you're tall. How tall are you?
5'7".
No way. Okay.
Yeah,
Look tall.
I'm not that tall. It's my makeup brush.
Where's your makeup, bro?
I like tickling myself on my makeup brush. Feels good.
Where's you from, Frank?
Where am I from?
Yeah.
Mars.
Mastic Beach, New York. Long Island.
Yeah, you sound northeast. Yeah.
I was originally from Brooklyn. It's close by. Brooklyn, New York.
What's going on with all the drama with you?
Uh-oh.
Yes, this is the second drama I was talking about.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm a very great broadcaster, and people love me and people hate me. So
some of your stalkers then came on Blab now.
yeah, today. Well, I was being terrorized on Spreecast by this idiot called Corey Beffert, and of course Jimmy Linguini, an online dating pimp. I don't know if you heard of him. But they're from Battlecam, sick website, another streaming site. It was really crazy. And also from Vaughn Live. So I went to, everywhere I go, they follow me, these people. They call me pedophile and stuff, which I'm not.
Hey, Frank.
They make up a lot of lies.
Frank.
Yeah, what?
Frank. Are you there?
Yeah, what?
Okay. Mike in the corner chat here, people have been asked a lot lately. Frank, why did you let the kid go on as long as you did, the troll that came into the room?
Oh, that sick bastard? I couldn't calm him down. It didn't work. I was clicking the X. I was clicking his picture and trying to, calm him down. It was just not working.
That one that I showed the video of, that kid looked, okay. So you tried to click them out and it wouldn't let you. Okay.
Right. I actually, right now, I'm recording a desktop with Camtasia Studio, too, to show that I was trying to get rid of the nut. Okay. And I was clicking my mouse. It just wasn't working. And the tech came in, and he said...
More than the tech, the whole team came in.
Well, some tech guy came in, and he said, I could contact him at help.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
The whole team came in.
So I couldn't do anything. It was stuck. I don't know why it wasn't working. It worked the first two other times I broadcasted, and I don't know why my broadcast stopped twice too. That was weird.
They probably stopped it. They probably killed the feed.
That makes more sense.
So I couldn't stop him. I couldn't get him off. Pardon the pun. That didn't sound right. But I couldn't get him off the camera.
Why are there people that...
And I asked him to leave. He didn't leave. If you watch the video, I even yelled at him. What?
Why is there people that say that you're a pedophile and at the end of your broadcast you said, oh, I better not go into that website at www.somethingkid.com?
Oh.
It's on the record, actually.
What website?
2 minutes after you painted your face with the brush there. Tonight on Blab, you were on the record.
You mean when I was talking, you mean?
Yeah, you were by yourself in the room, all alone.
Cam.tv doesn't sound like a bad site.
With some child...
Oh, you're talking about kidsOnCam.tv?
Yeah.
I registered that. There's nothing there. Just go to a page.
In here, Jimmy and some of the girls said that you're a pedophile and y'all follow them. What is all that about?
They're my terrorists.
They said that about one of my friends who's totally not a pedophile last night.
See? You can't believe these crazy people.
wait, I even saw her name flash in here earlier. And I just wish that
Yeah,
if somebody really is a
that's my
pedophile,
site.
would say it and quit doing that, because then people really do think, and it's like 002XY something. Who is this? Let's see if I can find them in here. Because they said that about someone else last night. Oh, YOLO 2407 said that somebody else was a pedophile that's not. And so if you guys are going to use that term, I think
Sir, you
Yeah,
looking at
that's
her.
a
I
harsh
haven't
word to
been
throw
here
out
in
there.
2
yeah,
weeks,
that's you.
I haven't been here in
What
2
is
weeks.
up with that?
I haven't been here in 2 weeks. And that's my friend Saul that I got on my phone with last night with.
But you were calling him a pedophile and then
You
booted
call
him
him
out
a
of the room.
pedophile?
I was looking at the transcripts from yesterday. Wait, can
You call somebody a pedophile, Brian? Oh my God.
No.
Um, the word pedophile, a lot of people say that these days.
That was Desiree's room, and I went into there.
A lot of people get to end up saying it, like when they get mad
Yeah,
at
that was
somebody.
Desiree. And that's why Saul said multiple times to quit.
yeah, because I didn't know it was a joke. I was reading it.
Yeah,
and
I don't
then
know who those
booted him
people
out of the
are
room.
that are in that room. They look like a bunch of kids, and her daughter was on there. And so the daughter said that he's a pedophile because she's 17. And so then I left the room and watched both rooms after that and let Saul know.
Yeah, because he got booted out of that room, and I was like, wait, that's
Yeah,
not
that's not my room. I've been sick for 2 weeks. No one's seen me. I got on my cell phone last night to watch Saul.
So let's get this straight. What is a pedophile? It's a person.
Oh,
No, it's
I
not
don't
even a
know.
person. It's an adult who is sexually attracted to children, right?
Right.
Well, what is a child? What is a children? What age is
I'm
a
not
children?
calling you that,
No,
Frank.
no, no.
I'm saying that's what everybody
know.
has been
I know.
saying.
I just
Why?
want to know.
What's the drama with Lady and Jimmy and why?
I can get to all of that stuff, but
Okay.
the pedophile thing is when an adult is sexually attracted to children. Like a teenager is not a child. A child is like under
No,
13,
there's
like 12, 10.
Okay, Frank, there's different groups. Anything under the age of 18, we call a pedophile here, but
It's not true though.
different classifications. No, a phebophile or something like that is attracted to.
Heliophile, is that it? Is that the word?
Yeah, I can't remember what is between like 4 and 7. So there's segments of pedophilia.
So an 18-year-old with a 14-year-old is pedophile to you?
Yes, if it's greater than a certain number of years. Most states give between 2 and 4.
Because I heard there was like a 5-year leeway thing.
No, most states give between 2 and 4.
So the thing with me is, I'll tell you right out, I was 18 when I was 18. Now I'm 55. And my ex-girlfriend's inside. There's nothing mentally wrong with her. She was 14 when I was 18. We fell in love. And she was like an adult. She was very sexy. She wasn't a kid. Even though people try to say that's pedophilia, and it's not. And at Spreecast, they don't ban me because they know it's not bad.
Well,
it's not against the law.
It depends on the law in the state that you live.
Right.
In some states, it would be a conviction. In others, it wouldn't.
Well, that's the thing. The thing is, everyone's starting to tell me now it's not really pedophilia. Because it's not. I'm not sexually attracted to children. We were both teenagers. We were both kids. 4 years difference is nothing. It's not like she was a 10-year-old or 11, 12. You know what I'm saying? So almost everybody does that. You know? Years ago, they really did it a lot. That's how it was in those days, years ago. So that some people say I'm a pedo, and I'm not. So
your wife is 4 years younger than you?
Yeah, well, she's not my wife. She's my ex-girlfriend. We never got married, but still, it's like common law. We stood together over 30 years.
Oh, wow, over 30 years.
So, but she knows I'm no freaking pedophile. She knows I'm not sexually attracted to children. Why would a pedophile be on a site with adults? You know what I mean?
Are you trolling us?
No, I'm honest, Frank. I'm actually honest, more than all of you put together. I'm really honest. I'm honest and frank about things. That's why I call myself Honest Frank. And my legal name is Frankie Cucchiara. I'm going to change it, by the way, to Honest and Frank. And will be my middle name. It stands for angel, not devil. I'm really a good person. And that's why a lot of people love me, and that's why a lot of people hate me. And that's the way it is. So, I didn't get arrested for it because I didn't do nothing wrong. Everybody knows what I did, cops and everything. You know, I tried to be the mayor in my town, but they're corrupted, so I stopped running. But they all know who I am. They know me as Honest Frank, and not one person ever tried to arrest me for that because I'm not a pedophile. I just get people who are jealous of me calling me a pedophile. So you still actually think that I'm a pedophile just because she was 14 and I was 18? Because if that's true, wouldn't I be sexually attracted to young kids? And I'm not.
Not the definition of pedophilia.
I don't get that. So do you think I'm a pedophile just because I was 18 and she was 14 when I was a kid?
A 14-year-old girl can be quite mature, whatever they say.
Yeah, Barbara was very mature for her age too. It's like she skipped grades in school. She was hot. She has these extra large hips that no girl really has. And swan's neck. And she was 5'10". Taller than me, taller than the teacher in a class. She had these extra large eyes that she needs special contacts for. She actually looked like an adult. And she acted like an adult. And she was very sexual. You know? And she had sex before me, before 14 with somebody else. I think it was 12. She had sex with somebody. But, you know. So she knows I'm no pedo. We've been together for years. You know? I just get jealous haters who try to say I'm a pedophile. And I'm not. And that's why I never was arrested for it. And I never will be. And if people think it's wrong, I want to change the laws someday. Because it's sick. You're not supposed to think someone's a pedophile and ruin their life because they were in love, or even if they weren't in love, even if it's just have sex. That teenagers having sex is normal. I think that's why I started from 13 up to 19. You know. But everyone has their own laws, different in different states. So there's no way I'm a pedo. If I was a pedo, I'd tell you. That's how honest I am. Because I don't care what nobody thinks of me.
I need to just I didn't call this out. I didn't ask him that question. This just got brought up. So
see
didn't
with me,
call this
I would just come out with stuff. That's me. I'm honest.
Question about this, but it kind of sounds what people been calling you on the side of true.
A troll. I'm definitely not a troll.
No, I'm not saying troll. I'm saying that, what people has been calling you.
Lady M, what do I lie about? I don't lie about nothing. She's in love with that sick bastard, Jimmy Linguini. You can't believe a fucking what she says. I talked to her, I had nice conversations with her. You'll see on my Spreecast. She was like my co-host in a way. But she's in love with a sicko. So naturally she's going to try and stick up for him and try and make me look bad. What other shit do I lie? What do I lie about, Lady M? That's funny.
I'm curious, what does he lie about, lady?
Yeah. Come back on cam. She didn't like going on camera. She used a picture. But sometimes she came on camera with me. Oh, God. It is what it is, Frankie boy. See, she can't say it because she knows I don't lie. That's the funny stuff. That's the funny part. I don't lie. Everybody else lies. You people lie. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, everyone I'm talking to right now, you just lie about stuff. I don't. I'm totally different.
So you've been honest for your entire life?
Pretty much. Almost.
You've been honest
almost. When I was young, I lied a little bit, but I wasn't really bad.
So you lied?
I've always been good.
So hold on, wait.
My God.
Sometimes I do lie. Sometimes I do lie, but for the greater good. I don't do nothing evil. So therefore,
you cannot say that you never lied in your lifetime.
I meant to say I never lie in an evil way. I would lie to like kids if they say, "Where does babies come from? Is there a Santa Claus?"
The whole point is
if there's a Santa Claus, there's certain things you have to lie.
But the whole point is you just said that you never lied in your life.
Exactly.
That's what we just get.
Now I'm trying to tell you this one, if you let me talk. I misspeak a lot, and that was one of them. I'm not that smart, but I'm good. So I do misspeak a lot, so I corrected myself. Right?
Devon, you're ghosting.
I think
No,
Dave
he let Saul in.
Hey, Saul.
Thanks, Dave.
How you doing, Saul?
Yeah, much respect, Frank. You know, I don't know if I'm just meeting you, so I don't know if you're a good guy or not, but I think this is what it's all about, that people want to sweep other people under the rug. I just saw a great documentary about guys in a trailer park. They're released from prison and they're, branded for life. Whatever you call it, sex crimes. I don't know the terminology. I'm American, but I've been like living overseas for too long, so I don't know the terms. But basically, there's no way back into life for them. They're fucked. They're fucked for life, right? And it was in California, and they talked about how, like, in California, sex crimes, this like covers a really wide range, and it includes entrapment, and I'm really sure, I mean, I have experience with that, not with myself, but with friends, in entrapment, and I just think it's great that you're coming in here and talking about this. And I mean, from my perspective, 14, 18, I put in the comments how a 14-year, girls mature more than, faster than boys. Sure. I get that. I'm 48 years old. So thinking back, looking at that age range from 18 to 14 seems like a big spread to me. Seriously. It sounds pretty fucked up, right? But
it does sound bad.
But what I like, but what I like is the main thing is you're willing to talk about it, and right,
I'm
and
so
that
honest, I come
I
out with everything.
really appreciate, because there's so many people that won't, and they're I've seen this in Blab and in Google Plus, knee-jerk reactions, right? And people acting on hearsay, and that's fucked up. But anyway, thanks for letting me in for a minute, Davon. He was in here, so I'm gonna let him back in.
Nice
anyway, yeah, likewise.
I learned this in school that a girl, she was my age.
What's your age?
I'm 13. This is girl. She's my age.
13's allowed on this site. How old you got to be allowed on this site? Usually they don't allow anyone unless they're 18. You now allows 13 years old.
Comments, I think that guy was saying he wanted in because he's 20 and would never date a 14-year-old. Is all I read.
The 20s is a little bit too high to don't date a 14-year-old. I was 4 years, not 6 years difference, but And the weird thing is they're trying to say, like, right now I would want to date a 14-year-old. That's how sick the people are. As you get older, you want older with you. You don't want young anymore. But I got a lot of jealous haters. It's the way it's going to always be. Empower others to speak up. Yeah. Well, that's why I tell the honest and frank truth too, because I know it helps people. It helps them realize whatever they did, that it's not really bad, and they're able to deal with it. Feel better about it. So I actually talk about it also because to me it's good therapy. Because I didn't like the idea either. When I realized it as I got older, I'm like, wait a minute, Bob, you were 14 and I was 18. You know, so I was like, it was hitting me like that's not right. But when at that time, it was fine because she wasn't a kid. See, I did not look at her as a little kid. No way, she's not a little kid. I mean, if you see what she looked like, you'd know she wasn't a little kid. You know. And like I said, you know, she's not mentally disturbed. She don't like me talking about it. Well, she hates me talking about it.
I have a daughter myself.
But
I'm 35. And if my daughter was that age and she has a big rear and she's a child, but if she was 14, 15, 16, 17, and with someone who was 18 and older, they would be behind bars in a second.
So what happens if your daughter actually, let's say she was 18 and she fell in love with someone at 14? You wouldn't want your daughter behind bars.
And she would be behind bars.
But it's not really bad. That's what I'm telling you.
You just told me, though, that she would not be behind bars. Yes, she would be. I would turn my daughter in.
Okay, so then you'd lose your daughter.
All the time.
She'd grow up and not be a pedophile, and you'd be a horrible mother.
I'm a horrible mother because I would go and...
Because you would turn your daughter in for being in love, and it wasn't a pedophile. She's not a pedophile.
Won't you tell what you do?
You know what I'm saying? She's not a pedophile. There's other girls that I know. A girl, she's with a younger guy now, and she's not a pedophile.
All I have to say is if my daughter stepped to a 14-year-old, I'd kill her first.
See, you don't know what it's like because you were never in that position. You actually like met someone about your age.
You know, I have been in your position as a woman, but I'm not going to put my stuff out there on blast, okay?
No, that's what I do. I'm not saying you should do it. That's what I do. I tell the honest and frank truth. That's what makes me honest, frank. So, like when you were, let's say when you were 14, did you have sex with a 14-year-old?
No.
Did anybody here have sex with a 14-year-old when you were 14? Usually people do.
No.
They're sexually active, even younger than that. So some people have sex
by the parents
with the same age. So if you have sex with the same age and you're ready to have sex,
Davon's
a few years difference don't mean anything.
Davon's speaking and it's his room.
Okay.
You will get killed by the parent. That's just not even something that a person will even allow. I don't care what type of parent. You will not allow your child at the age of 14 to date anybody close to that age. That's just no. Unless if my child is living on their own, paying their own bills, and have their own roof over their own head, and I'm not taking care of them, you can do what the hell you want to do because you're considered adult. But as long as you under my roof and paying, and as long as I'm taking care of you, you're gonna do what I say do. And there's no way on God's green earth I'm allowing my child to date.
So in other
somebody
countries,
that's other countries. We're talking about the United States.
Right, that's what I'm talking. I mean,
we're talking about.
I'm trying to explain something. I mean,
but you interrupted him, Frank. So don't get attitude saying I was talking.
No, I don't mean it that way. Relax. I'm trying to say something, but I'll wait. Tell me when I could talk.
I'm getting an echo.
Yeah, all of a sudden I'm getting one too.
Can I talk now?
Hold on, wait. You have another tab open, Frank?
No. I don't know what happened.
I don't either.
Here, I'll refill.
Testing. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I'll put me lower button.
Hold on, let me refresh.
Okay.
Frank, you know you can.
I don't hear it anymore. Oh, now I do.
I do start a Blab. I already broadcast here.
He always has broadcasts. He had one on earlier, so.
Somebody got another tab open.
I don't have anything open.
Me neither. I didn't move. Well, you could tell.
Okay, I muted everyone.
Yeah, mute everyone. Find out who it is.
I can't hear you, Frank. Hold on.
Hello?
Frank, talk.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is it Rianne?
I'm echoing for some reason. I hear it.
Yeah, I moved Rianne and it's not. But I don't know if I'm going to say your name right.
My name's Ryan.
Ryan. Okay.
It's okay.
Maybe I don't have a bad temper. You're kidding me, what?
But I think
somebody got an echo. Ryan.
Okay, Ryan, refresh. Okay, hold on.
Testing. Yeah, it was her.
Testing. Yeah. I don't hear no echo now.
It was her.
I wonder why it does that.
Better?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that works.
See?
So sorry.
No problem.
It's okay. Okay, can I say something now?
Go for it. Go.
Okay. Now, let's say I had a kid too. Okay, and she was 14. And we all have a 14-year-old girl, let's say, right? Okay. Now, let's say the girl fell in love with someone who's 18, she fell in love with me, right? And they couldn't be together because the parents didn't like it, but they wanted to be together. So what happens? The kid's gonna run away from home, maybe move to a country where they could be together, where it's legal. I mean, would you want your kid to do that?
Well,
I wouldn't want my kid to leave me.
A police officer would go and pick your child up.
Okay, what if they didn't tell anybody? They just took off because they know that. You'd never see your kid again, and for all you know, they could get killed.
You would have to do then an Amber Alert because your child is a child. It's an Amber Alert.
No, your child's not a child. Your child is a teenager, a young adult. You're wrong. I'm sorry. I know you don't want your kid to have sex because they're young. I get that. I wouldn't want mine either. But my parents and her parents, they let it. You know, they knew we were in love. And in those days, years ago, I don't know. Ask your grandparents. Ask your mother. Ask your mother and father. How was it in those days? Maybe they did it. So you don't know.
Different times, different laws. That's the reason why we have laws on the books that prevent certain situations to keep kids safe. Back then, yeah, it was probably allowed back in the 50s and 40s, but now it's not allowed. And if a parent is doing their job the right way, then you won't have to worry about your child running away or dating somebody that's 10 times older than them. You won't have to worry about that. If the parent is doing their job the right way, I'm not a parent myself, but having nieces and nephews and little cousins, they're my number one concern. And if they ever did some stupid shit like that, if my sister did not get on their ass, I'm damn sure gonna get on their ass. And for it to be two mothers in here, I'm gonna let them talk about the subject more than me.
All right. So when someone's 14, let's say she was 14, and she had sex with let's say a 14-year-old, or your daughter had sex with a 14-year-old, you wouldn't like it because you don't want your daughter to have sex that young anyway. You want to wait till she's 18, right? But when they do it at 14, it's not illegal if it's with another 14-year-old, or 16 or 17-year-old. But yet they're still having sex because they're young adults. They're ready to have sex. They're physically and mentally ready to have sex, whether you like it or not. When kids are ready to do it, they want to do it, they'll do it. Now, just because happened to turn, that's another thing. I just turned 18, right? I just turned 18, and then after a while, right? So, what's the difference? I mean, if your daughter's going to have sex, or your son, at 14 anyway, with a 14-year-old, that's still having sex. So, a little bit older than that, what the hell is a big deal? You know what I'm saying? It's not like there are kids having sex. It's not a child. It's a young adult. And she wasn't even 13. She was 14. I know it's hard for you to grasp because you don't want your kids to do it. I wouldn't want my kid to do it either. But what can I say? I mean, can you imagine? Okay, well, let's say, for example, let's say the parents, our parents, which they approved of it, it was consented. So let's say our parents didn't like it and they actually called the police and I got arrested, right? Okay, so let's say now I was arrested and I'm considered a sex offender, a pedophile, right? Okay, my life would be like over, it would be ruined. Now, as I grow up, like right now, I don't like kids. I don't want to have sex with freaking kids. You know what I'm saying? So I am not a pedophile. I'm not sexually attracted to kids. So can you imagine me going through life for years, people thinking I'm a sex offender? I'm on the freaking list and I can't get a normal job or good career or something. I mean, that would ruin people's lives, and if they're not really a sex offender. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, in reality, when I get my charity started, I want to start a charity. It's all about angels. I call it Honest and Frank Religion of Angels. I want to like change that law because I know people are getting arrested for being a pedophile when they're not one. Like me, I'm not a pedophile. I don't like kids. I love kids, but not sexually.
If they had hard-earned evidence about the kid, about the adult? If you got hard-earned evidence that this person didn't rape this child, if this person has enough evidence and you have to be labeled that, then you're labeled that. I'm sorry to say that, but you're labeled that.
Some people label me a pedophile. Other people know I'm not.
Well, did the law say you're a pedophile? Because if the law didn't say it, then
I got a lot of people who hate me. They never press charges.
So if the law didn't say it, then you're not a pedophile. Then
I don't think I am. Someone told me.
In the eyes of your peers, that's what it seems when we're sitting. We don't. This is your first time on this platform. We know just what you're giving us. We don't know you. You have not been on this platform long enough for the people that's in this room to actually fully know you. We know about the chaos that happens all night, and we're just now trying to get to, know you. And then the people who's coming in the room and you're talking like this, you kind of have to, be careful because those who was not in this room earlier don't know the situation that's going on. The title says trolling hunting. The trolling is done. We didn't smash the trolling. The subject has changed to now what you're talking about. So if
I've talked about this many times to many people. I mean, how many times do I gotta like goddamn defend myself? You know what I mean? But this is a new site. I understand. I don't blame you.
Yeah. So give it before you go on.
I made plenty of videos on Spreecast. If you watch them, you going balls head about a situation that give it time for people to understand you. That's good that you want to come balls out and say, this is what's going on. This is who I'm dating. That's no problem. But give it time to understand the people that's on this platform before you because now people are already going to make judgment about you and saying, why do people got to make judgments for?
That's what we're all human beings. That's what people are going to do. And plus
look at me. Do you think I'm sexually attracted to children? It's so stupid.
You, we're hearing you, and first impressions is the first and the last thing you do. The first thing you're doing is first thing you're doing is basically you giving a little life story. That's good. You're telling about yourself. But now people is thinking to themselves, and especially those who are parents in this room are being very they're on the edge. Most of them probably have adult kids that are adults.
I know it's a very touchy situation.
And then most of them have
borderline,
young
kids.
You
know what I'm saying?
No. And it's like you don't want to. I'm not a parent myself, but it's like you don't want to see claws come out on people right now. You don't want their claws to come out hit you the wrong way, and that's how it seems.
I mean, I understand why people would think I'm wrong, because even myself, I would want my 14-year-old kid to be with a 18-year-old.
Just give it time.
To be honest with you.
Frank.
Half the moms in here keep saying.
Frank, give it time. And if you're looking at the comments, people are, they're talking about it, but you have to give it time to build that relationship up with people before you come balls out saying
and
that.
I do want to be the president of the United States of America.
Never in my lifetime.
This has been the only time.
Watch.
Never in my lifetime.
I also wear the American flag around me like a superhero cape.
I saw that.
I fight for freedom.
It looked like it was.
I'm a freedom fighter. I'm an angel. I call myself a real life superhero angel, and I'm really good.
Of what, Frank?
Of what? What do you mean?
Of what?
A real good person. That's what I'm saying. I'm a real good person. I call myself an angel.
That's no problem. But on top of that, when I popped into your Blab, it looked like a clown show that was coming on. That was coming in. Didn't know nothing about the people that was on there. What? Then on top of that, we had the troll of the kid coming on here acting a damn ass.
Oh, that idiot?
Yes, the fucking kid that was an asshole. then the mess that you and the group of people that you didn't have come follow you. And then now you're telling us...
I got a lot of fans and haters.
Now you're telling us that the reason why you're trying to tell people the reason why they think you're a pedophile. And it's like, whoa, back off on the brakes for a minute. Let people first get to know you before you start giving personal information out.
No, it's too late now. I came out with it.
Yeah, it came out.
I came out with it.
And it's like
I don't like hiding things. I hate hiding things.
That's no problem. That's no problem. I'm not saying that. That's no problem. I'm hiding things. It's just get to feel your community before you go down the personal bandana, the personal way. Get to feel the environment before you come into a situation that people are, some people might say, yeah, good, you brought the information out. And some people are saying, why the hell is he saying this? Why are he bringing this up? Why he letting
That's another thing. If I was a pedophile, would I freaking mention this stuff? You know what I'm saying?
Nope. No one knows you. That's the whole point I'm trying to get to you is no one knows your character. No one knows your
But
life.
then again, if I was a pedophile, being so honest, I would be saying it.
Then we will make sure that your account is banned off this platform because we do have kids that's on this platform, and with any pedophile, they cannot be nowhere near kids.
Right. But everybody knows I'm not a pedophile on Spreecast.
Off on this platform.
Everybody knows I'm not a pedophile on Spreecast. I would have been banned a long time ago.
We're
See, if you watch my Spreecast videos, you're either gonna love me because you know I'm good, or you're gonna hate me because you're jealous. That's the way it is. Because I'm really a good person.
Speaking, I don't know your situation at all. You sound like a good person, but it's at the point where you basically then came on and first the Blab earlier.
What? The Blab earlier? What's that? The site is called Blab. I forget what it's called.
I'm looking at some. Miss Sleepy, are you asleep already?
No.
Oh, you listening?
She's listening, yeah.
I'm very quiet.
She's been
everybody got like the judge of me right now.
Yeah.
They want to know whether or not I'm a nut or a pedo or whatever.
First off, remember that I didn't call you anything. I said, why are people calling you this? Because in the other room, they were going crazy on you.
Right. And so I came out and said why.
Huh?
I came out and said why they're calling me this. Because of my, when I was young.
And you basically giving us
a
full
that's
detail.
my Spreecast channel. I posted it earlier, yeah.
You're basically giving us details of your entire life.
You spilled the beans.
There's more to it. We don't have that much time.
Well, I'm gonna pop out for a minute.
But after that, there's a different subject.
I'm gonna let someone else pop in, and I'm gonna step out for a minute. But I am.
Let them grill me.
Oh, calm down. Who's mad at you? Saul, who's mad at you? What's going on?
Who, me?
No, Saul.
Oh, okay.
I guess people are pissed off at him. What the fuck's happening?
What?
Not yet.
Hey, Saul.
And it's coming.
Heaven no, Saul. I say heaven no because I'm into heaven, not hell.
Well, this way you can investigate who I am when you want to point fingers at me. But what else do you do, Frank? I just like to get to know you. You seem like an interesting guy. I like your style.
He's just a virgin.
I was addressing Frank.
I'm just a fine perversion. That's a good one.
Nice one.
So what do you do, Frank?
I'm actually on SSD right now. I had all kinds of jobs in my life that did like low life jobs, have to work, and someone has to do them. And I had bad managers and stuff, and they're like bullies. People are sick. A lot of people are sick.
People are sick.
They're sick out of their minds.
To go, they're
further
evil,
than
this
selfish,
Blab to
stuck
find
up.
them. People are sick.
You
don't have to go further than this Blab to find sick people.
Right. It's very hard to find like angels that I'm looking for. I'm looking for normal freaking people.
Referring to? Who would you be referring to?
I'm just referring to most of the people to me in the world lie a lot, and they're not really good.
I was referring to Saul. You don't have to go much further than this Blab to find sick people. Who'd you be referring to?
I'm looking at Ryan and the expression on her face and the tilt to her head, and I'm saying, I mean,
Ryan's
look,
a little mad at me because she thinks I might be a pedophile. I understand.
Where, Ryan, people,
baby,
I understand from knowing her a little, she was a police officer and probably saw a lot of foul stuff.
Ryan, right? You were a police officer?
But it doesn't mean that this
she was a police officer?
Is an asshole, right? And I'm just saying,
Ryan, are you a police officer?
Okay, Saul, now you're mad at me because I have a tilted head.
I'm not mad at you.
I don't even think she answered me once.
I look mad.
It's like 3 or 4 times.
I don't like to interrupt people. I'll get to you in a second, Frank. What, Saul?
The police are corrupt. You know that, right? Because you were a cop.
No, I'm not. I don't think you're mad at me.
Many police are corrupted.
No, I'm not mad at you.
And murderers too.
My listening is just.
I expose police a lot.
I mean, like you said earlier,
I'm gifted.
Police really need to be exposed a whole lot more.
Like I said earlier, I do like you said, Saul. That's great that he came here and said stuff because this kind of stuff needs to be spoken of more.
Right.
But if he was 18 today, right now, and he was with a 14-year-old, I would kick his fucking ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I'm male, and I remember myself. I'm not 18 now. I'm 48, right?
No, I understand. We're older
now. But I can remember back.
Ryan, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Frank, shut up.
When you were 18.
Frank,
shut up.
You stop. Go, Saul.
I'm saying I can remember how I might see things when I was 18, and I was a late bloomer. There's such a thing. You don't remember boys who were late bloomers, right?
Right.
And and I remember that girls kind of matured. I don't mean physically. I'm saying girls kind of become adults earlier. I mean, in their thinking. I'm not talking about puberty here. I'm talking about in their thinking and relationships.
In their thinking they can be, and
right, but the fucking law says this, and
they're not there though, Saul. They're not
there. One at a time, people. One at a time. One at a time. I'm going to bring somebody else in here, but I am watching. If it gets out of hand, I will boot that person.
You got it.
Yeah, I won't take offense. You can boot me. I won't take offense.
No, I'm just saying, of course they do. Some of them can be little hoes and stuff like that, but
that's not no excuse for somebody that's 18 years old to be screwing a 14-year-old. Sorry.
I'm saying I remember myself when I was 18 and I was a kid. I wasn't an adult.
So,
I'm just looking back. And I'm just saying, if you want to brand somebody for the rest of their life and never give them a way back in, and that's what America does to people that they brand pedophiles, right?
And don't fuck somebody who's under your age, considerably under. That's really a simple one.
Well, you know,
I just really appreciate the guy coming in here and talking about this.
Sure.
And I think, you know, you guys could be more receptive.
No, I don't have to agree. That's the difference.
You don't have to agree.
Hey,
Stay that way.
So
Stay judgmental.
I, in some respects, agree with you, and I understand exactly what you're saying. But I also agree with the laws and everything else. But on the reason why I wanted to come in, I see this on both ends because, like you just said, Saul, I was once a young man. And I still, you know, whatever, and different, you know, young men think differently. But I work for I own a criminal legal service company, connect criminals with attorneys. So I see very often not only criminal sex offenders, but people that are put in a situation that I don't know exactly what Frank came on and said, that he had a relationship when he was 14, with a 14-year-old when he was 18. Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit, you know, whatever. That's personal opinion. I don't believe in that, you know, just like you said, Ryan, I'd beat the fuck out of him. Anyways, but there's so many instances and so many people that are screwed over because of 1 year of difference. 1 year, 18 and 17. So
I'm not going to make a difference on 1 year, but I think my limit, and a lot of states say this, is 2 to 4. So if you're 18 and she's 14, you're already over the 4-year-old limit.
No, yeah, no. I just clarified that. I was just saying what Saul was making.
Yeah.
Many people do it.
Maybe.
People letter of the law.
Incorrectly.
Wait. 1 minute. I need Saul to pop out and refresh. Because now we're getting 6 people in here. So I need Saul to pop out and refresh.
Anybody else here that I know?
Hello.
Bugs, right?
Yeah, it's me.
Is it me?
We're getting an echo.
No, it's probably me again. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Testing.
That's it.
That's funny.
Are you on headset?
Me?
Jay? Yeah.
No.
Are you on? It's probably you also.
All right, hold on.
Whoa. Okay. I need for
I guess that was me.
I'm surprised they don't have me on.
Hold on, Jay, before I call you back in. Hold on. I'm trying to find the person.
I'm going to speak my piece now. I'm probably going to hop out soon. But my whole point and why I said that was all I hear when pedophiles talk about their prey is how it's not their fault and she was alluring and she was more grown than this and they wanted it and all these excuses behind it. And my take is I have a 4-year limit. So, and the reason it's a 4-year limit is because a girl that's a freshman or a guy that's a freshman, I can see them reasonably, without being too bizarre, dating someone who's a senior. But when it gets 4+, there's something going on there, and it just doesn't seem healthy. And that person, regardless of what you say, she may look a certain style, but we all know that the brain does not fully develop until adulthood. So if you're at a question on whether or not you should be doing it, you probably should just take the advice of no, because there's a lot of things in life that can screw you up and make you have a really bad life, such as like selling drugs, right? Nobody's sitting here saying, oh, you know, those drug dealers, this, that, and the other, they accept their punishment. You know that if you start dealing cocaine or crack, whatever, you may get a really long, stiff sentence. Same thing as if you have sex with somebody who is a minor and you're a significant age group difference. And there's no excuse for it.
You're right.
And I'm done.
Saul, call back in, and Frank call back in. So I need Saul and Frank to call back in.
Try to leave this on, see what it does.
Hermina, is your video working?
It is. I'm just in the dark.
Oh.
Yeah, did anyone hear Frank talk about her being alluring? Where was all that coming from?
That's totally unacceptable. She can be alluring.
Right, but he said anything about that? I didn't hear that.
Yes, he did. He said that she had a big, nice ass, and that we should see her big,
no
nice
hips. She had nice hips.
Yeah.
White hips.
Nice.
Even you don't have them.
Nice ass and hips.
No, I didn't say ass.
Did you just say I don't have them?
Yeah, you don't have them.
What are you talking about?
I guarantee
I
you
didn't
don't
hear
have
that
hips
part.
like Barbara.
All right, I didn't hear that part.
She has special, sexy, large, white hips.
Frank,
it's rare. It's very rare.
Frank,
I'm telling you, she really looked like a woman.
Don't start talking about me. That's
no. I'm not insulting you. Nothing. I'm just saying the majority of women.
No, they would
hips.
like to see you burned alive, Frank. They've already,
No, I know they have it in for me already.
They would like you to die 1,000 deaths. They're judgmental sacks of shit.
They already judge me. They don't know me. I know.
And they will never change. They will live and die this way.
Thank God the world is not run by people like that.
And I just love how it's coming from Saul.
Yeah.
The most judgmental person on this platform at times.
I'm the most judgmental. Right. Right.
You really have some nerve.
Target me. Yeah. Target me next.
No, let's target me. No, don't target him.
Watch an incognito and see you talking shit about them.
Incognito? No.
Yeah, I caught you talking shit about me in incognito.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
It was
no, you haven't.
40 to 50 days ago when I put a post specifically as it related to, was it Periscope, Meerkat, and
not about you. I don't know that you do any of those things.
And how
I only know. No.
All right, you know what you do, Saul? You ask her. Show the proof. Show the proof of how he did that. Show the video. Next time.
No, I don't, Hermine.
That's what you gotta do.
No, I don't.
When someone says something about you, you gotta say show proof.
Stop.
I don't know you from Periscope or Meerkat. I don't do those things. I don't do those things. I don't even own a smartphone.
David, it's good arguing.
No. See?
No, I'm just gonna
see, they just lock up, Frank. They just lock up. And then and I told you they're going to redirect it at me. I told you they would.
Saul, can you give her a chance to talk?
Yeah.
We're all civilized adults here. We're all civilized. Saul, stop, please. We're all civilized adults here. Everyone that's in this picture right now is over the age of 25 right now. So therefore, we're going to act like civilized adults and we're going to take turns talking. Simple as that. And I'm going to let Ryan, I'm jacking up her name, back in.
Put my flag on. Hold on a second. I usually put my flag on since it's like my robe for my religion of angels. When I preached honest and frank truth. Okay, let me get my headphones on. Earphones. Okay. How you doing, Ryan? Ryan, can I see a smile on that face of yours? Do not hate me for a minute. You got daggers for me right now.
I know. I see it. Why doesn't anybody else? It's like they all have daggers for you. It's like they're locked up. They lock up. Next sheet, they're locking on me.
It's going to be hard to like get them to be on my side because they're ready to kill me.
I have to hug my children. Sorry, they were headed off to school.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what the hell I was saying.
Yeah, I saw a foot in the phone.
She was hiding until they could go buy it.
I understand.
I just figured that out.
Foot and the phone.
So how's everybody doing? It was good, doing good until I upset you. I'm sorry.
There'll be places where people appreciate you, Frank. Just know that, please. I mean, I don't know if you're a good fucking guy. I've got no reason to believe that you're a good guy. Okay? Don't get me wrong. No reason at all. I just appreciate this kind of talk and somebody saying it, right?
Yeah.
Because I've been ostracized from shit, not for anything criminal or, you know, or that's why I said, you know, give me your fucking best shot. Saul Herschel Fleischman, October 1st, 66, Philadelphia, right? Bring it because they want to. Because anybody who stands with you, even the slightest bit, then they're going to want to decide that I'm the asshole too. So find something. Find something. Good luck. Right? But
so
yeah.
So
yeah, Saul Mother Teresa.
Does anybody here
you,
when did you first start getting how do you say when you wanted
ostracized?
Sex, when you wanted sex.
Oh,
how
okay.
young were
I
you
started
when you
getting
wanted
ostracized
sex?
when I was 6.
What's
that's when I started getting ostracized. When I started wanting sex, that's going back a little bit too far because I'm ancient. I don't really remember.
Because I know like girls are like and boys, ew, I don't want to kiss her or I don't want to kiss him, you know, because they you know. But then after a while they change. Now they want to make out and they want to fool, you know. So when do you think children start turning into adults, you know, young adults? When is that? I'm curious because I don't really remember. I think I was like maybe 12 when I was, you know, really really wanted to have sex. That's what I kind of remember, but I'm not sure. Can you just remember?
Yeah, I vaguely remember.
Well, why don't you ask your kids if, you know, when did your kids want to have sex? That's the best way to know.
I vaguely remember that the girls were interested in the boys before the boys were interested in the girls, okay?
Wait, repeat that? I missed it.
I said, I vaguely remember that the girls were interested in the boys before the boys were interested in the girls. Then I was a particularly late bloomer. So I'm probably a bad example. I mean, I didn't date until college.
Some people are more sexual than others.
Yeah.
That's just the sexual part. Now we're talking about the mental adult part. There's 2 parts. Yeah. You see? That's why you're not supposed to label it 1 year of one thing. Like, it's like the body's ready to have sex, but are their minds ready to handle it and not, you know, be an adult mentally, kind of. You know what I mean?
But
yeah.
Did you want me to go ask my kids? Is that what you said?
Well, how old are your kids? It all depends on how old they are.
You want me to get a 14-year-old?
A 14-year-old? Yeah. You could ask a 14-year-old when was that person or guy or girl, you know, wanting to have sex with the, you know, same or opposite sex.
I would lose my license. I'm not going to do that.
Okay. So when you get a chance, ask somebody.
Frank,
you know,
Frank,
and say,
Frank, you're Frank, buddy.
But that doesn't mean they're ready for sex when they're ready to want it. No.
Frank, can you hear me?
Yeah, go shoot.
Hey,
hi, David. Devon.
It's getting real touchy now. It's getting to the point where
we're trying to figure out when it should be like legal. This is what I'm trying to figure out.
That's up to that subject. You got too many parents in this room right now.
For example, me trying to be the president of the United States, I need to know how everybody thinks. What's the right thing to do?
The legal age.
The law.
The legal age.
No, the law is wrong because when I was 18 and she was 14, it should be okay. So I got to
work it out. This is my question. Was it
because I don't like
legal
from
our parents?
You understand what I'm saying?
Did our parents approve it? Did our parents approve it? Yeah. They knew we were together.
They knew we were kind of young and really shouldn't be like together.
So
they knew we were in love. So my mother, her mother, our parents, the fathers, they didn't give a shit. They were whore masters. They're gone. They're left.
Mental health.
Well, other people might think differently. And right now you got a lot of parents that's in here and they're thinking, hell the fuck no. They will not allow their child to do that shit.
Me neither. But I did it. She wasn't a kid. You understand what I'm saying? I know a child when I see a child. The child is like 12, 13.
And we are so glad because every other pedophile thinks the same thing.
See, pedophiles, okay, they're usually like, okay, let me put it to you this way. Even if you're not 18 years old, let's say you're 14 years old, and you want to have sex with a 9-year-old, that's bad. That's pedo. Because, you know what I'm saying? A child is a child. A teenager is a young adult. And then there's adults. So teenagers doing it is okay. Children, they don't have sex.
Do you have kids, Frank?
Teenagers have sex.
Do you have kids, Frank?
No, I wish I did. My dogs are my children. My 4 dogs.
The only question I had.
It doesn't matter. I just told you. I wouldn't want my kid at 14 to be with an 18-year-old either. But I'd also be wrong because it was okay for me. It should be okay for my own kid. But it's hard to let your kid have sex at a young age. You don't want them ruining their lives or getting pregnant. You want them to have a nice, go to school, college, whatever.
If there are any other parents that's in the chat would like to jump in, I will pop
let's all talk. Let's get this over with.
Ask him.
It'll never be over with.
Maybe it's correct. Maybe you're not a child molester.
Wait, see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. How could it be a child molester if I'm not interested in young children?
Because the person's under 18. Pedophiles like prepubescent kids. You're not a pedophile. You're just a child molester.
No. Don't you get it? Oh, baby. I'm not sexually attracted to children or anything like that.
You're sexually attracted to anybody under 18 as a child.
No, when I was 18, 14 was okay. When I was 25, 14 was not okay.
And you were attracted to someone who was not an adult. That is a child molester.
Let's put it to you this way. How old is you and how old is your husband?
I'm not going to give my age and I'm not married.
Okay, forget the age. What difference are you? How many years apart are you?
Did you not hear me just say I'm not married?
Okay, were you ever married?
No.
Okay, how old's your boyfriend or girlfriend? I mean, not how old are they? What this? Oh my God, you know what I'm saying? We were 4 years apart. How many years apart were you and your boyfriend or girlfriend?
You're both over 18. You're both adults.
No, forget that.
Thank you. That was going to be my point. There's a big difference between somebody over 18 being with somebody who's over 4 or, 4 years or older or whatever than being with somebody.
Freedom! Oh, God.
Than being with somebody under 18 and choosing to be with a 4-year-old or not 4-year-old, I'm sorry, a 14-year-old, 16-year-old, 15-year-old. I would fucking kill you. It would be over. I would have fucking killed you.
So then you're evil.
Oh, then I'm evil. Call me evil. But somebody messes with my kid.
It's called road rage. It's like road rage.
Road rage? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you get upset. You would want to kill somebody.
Yes, I'm upset. That's
not
disgusting.
Normal.
You asked her to ask her 14-year-old if she'd have sex. Are you kidding me?
Okay, when you were 14-year-old, did you have sex?
No, I did not. I did not have sex.
When did you have sex?
I was 18.
Oh, you waited till you were 18?
I was a virgin. I didn't kiss anybody. Nothing. I was 18.
Okay, so you weren't that sexual active or you weren't that attractive?
No. No. Wow.
I'm being honest. Because if you had sex at a young age, that means you were attractive. Anybody wanted to have sex with you. I'm being honest, baby.
Oh, it's classic child molest. You're a child.
Yes.
Listen.
That's what it is.
I tell the honest and frank truth. I'm operating on you right now.
Me.
I'm cutting into you. It hurts.
You scare me.
This is what I do. I'm a
therapist.
therapist.
You know what? What
I'm
you
like
do?
Therapist.
You're disgusting. You're disgusting.
No, You're out of control. Look at you. You can't have a normal adult conversation.
Let me tell you a little bit of adult conversation.
We're having one normally in my room until you find that out.
I'm going to really tell you.
Okay.
You want to hear? Mm-hmm. I was raped at about age 7. There you go. That's your problem. No, it wasn't my problem. The guy said that it was okay with me. I was young, and he was about 4 or 5 years older and took advantage. It's not a problem.
How old were you, though? How old were you?
Pretty enough? I wasn't pretty enough? Are you serious?
No, it's a possibility you weren't pretty enough.
No, let me tell you.
How old were you when this happened?
No.
Yes,
you've
answer
had
the question.
All this, no, you've had all this time to talk.
When were you raped?
That's none of your business. I'm not even going there. It's none of your business.
How are we supposed to know?
Business.
Oh, come on. See, that we can't get to the bottom of anything.
No, bottom of what? The fact that you're a child molester? The fact that
bottom of everything.
You're disgusting. You're disgusting.
No, you're disgusting by calling me disgusting.
Can I have a chance?
Okay.
I believe that there's a fucking bad echo.
Is it me?
I don't know. It's like hard to talk.
Is that better?
You're very upset, I can see.
Is that better, Ryan?
Women attacking me.
Well, first off,
later on, I want an apology, by the way. You're going to realize that I'm the good one.
I've always believed that if a man is asking a girl when she lost her virginity or when's the first time she has sex, even if I'm an adult, that's already bad for you because you're a pedophile, because I am then young if you're asking me under the age of 18 when I had sex. That is gross. You shouldn't want to do when
Don't you understand? You're supposed to be honest.
You should.
You know, I feel like I want to puke.
That.
Jesus Christ.
All right, anybody?
Why can't you just be honest? What's the big deal?
Honest? Well, yeah. let's take a minute to be honest. When you were in your scope, and the troll was in your scope, and the kid left, and then when I went back in later, you were joking around saying, "Oh, well, maybe he had Down syndrome or something." You're honest?
Usually people
Are you fucking kidding? I have 2 disabled children.
Let me talk.
2 of them. No.
Wait, do they have Down syndrome?
No, they're autistic, and if they did have Down syndrome, that wouldn't make them any different.
No.
They're no different.
That
doesn't make them troll. That guy was not.
You're going to let me talk, or you're going to bully?
Bully? Bully?
Let me talk.
You have, please.
Let me talk.
Please.
I looked up.
You're a bully. And a pedophile and a fucking child molester.
Look, she's going off.
You are.
No, you got to grow up.
I am.
Stop acting like a child.
A child?
Yeah. Let me talk. Could you please shut up for a little bit and let me talk?
Where do you live? Can I just ask you that? Because that's
it's on my website. My address is on my website.
I don't want your address. I just want to know what state you're in, so I know that I'm far the fuck away from you for you to get to my kids.
New York. Mastic Beach, New York.
Oh God, I gotta move because I'm in New York too. Fuck, I gotta move like all the way over to fucking Minnesota or something. Montana. That's where I'll go. Fuck, I'm out of here.
Relax.
My 16-year-old has never
my
had
information
sex.
is right there on my contact us page.
Never had sex. She's 16. She doesn't even think about it.
You want to talk? Come on over and talk in person.
No, because you make me sick. I'd go to jail.
You would, because you're not stable. You're not stable.
I'm very stable, but I don't deal with
No, you're not
bastards.
stable. To talk like this, you're not stable. I'm sorry. Everybody knows you're not stable.
Can we go in the chat? How many people think I'm stable?
What? You have people that also want to attack me? That's not stable. You can't act like this in a court of law. They put you in jail.
He's very stable.
Your kid's
Let me tell you, if somebody messes with my kids or anybody else's kids for that matter, that's a whole nother story.
Ryan, your kid's on camera behind you.
That's not my child.
Oh, okay. I just want, in case you didn't know if she was a kid or not.
That might be my 14-year-old. Do you want to ask her if she wants to have sex?
So you're sick. You're sick, bitch.
I'm sick?
Yeah, look what you said to me.
Too, Ryan. You said it to her. Are you
I told you.
me?
I operate. I tell the honest and frank truth. And when I call your name or curse at you, it's because you deserve it. So be good to me. I'll be good back.
Good to you.
Yeah. I'm an angel. Anybody who doesn't like me is a devil.
That's what they called the 14-year-old. Be good to me and I'll be good to you back.
That's probably what it was.
You girls,
sounds about.
You girls are
sounds very child
fucking minds.
I'll talk to him. And someone else would like to talk.
How you doing?
I was waiting for her. I saw her pasted in the background this whole time.
How you doing? I'm Honest Frank of honestfrank.com. How you doing?
I'm not gonna attack you because I understand where you're coming from. I just want you to hear me out and saying like you made a comment that all police officers are corrupt.
Well,
That's
not
like
all, most of them.
Okay, so
I misspeak a lot, but most of them.
First,
and a lot of them are murderers.
You have to be careful with that. That's like saying,
"Hey, Frank Serpico's not corrupt. I love him. He's my hero."
Not everyone's corrupt. You can't say
no,
like,
I know. A lot of them. I think most of them, because if they're not corrupt, what do? They'll kill them.
But
so they gotta make believe they're corrupt.
As far as
it's a hard life with being a cop.
Teenagers being together, a 19-year-old being with a 14-year-old girl.
I was 18.
It's still not okay. Yes, girls want to believe that they're mentally and emotionally as adult-like as an 18-year-old, but they're not. We want to believe that.
Okay, so let's say she wasn't. Let's say, for example, she wasn't. She's inside right now. She's not mental. She's not crazy about it. You know what I'm saying? She turned out fine. We stood together over 30 years. Now we're just friends. We broke up, but we're friends.
Now you're just making up stuff.
Making up stuff? I don't make up nothing.
Broke up.
But you're generalizing. You're saying, well, it worked out okay for you.
Yeah, she's not mentally disturbed. That's what I'm saying. When she was 14, it's okay because she's not disturbed from it.
It doesn't make what you did right. That's like saying you killed someone.
But it is right.
That person was crazy. That doesn't make their action okay because they're crazy in the head. It makes it still wrong.
Okay, let's put it to you this way. Okay, let's say I was 18 and I met her and I fell in love with her, but I didn't have sex with her because I was 18, so I waited.
Yes.
Okay, so now she's what? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and I'd be 19, 20, 22. I'd have to wait 4 years to be with her because of the stupid goddamn law?
It's not just the law, it's
nuts.
Morals. At 14,
That's nuts.
At 14 years old,
who in their right mind is going to wait 4 years when they want to be in love and make, they want to make love? They're in love.
At age 14 is a child really old enough and mature enough to have a baby. Okay. Are they mature enough to take care of that baby?
I'll explain it to you this way and you'll understand it. 14, right?
I just put it that way.
14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, let's say she's 17. That means I'd be 21. So I was 21, fell in love with a 17-year-old. I got to wait a year.
What's the problem with waiting a year? If you love her, then you'll wait.
Did you ever hear blue balls?
You're such a
By the way, I got blue balls because she didn't want to have sex right away.
You're disgusting. You're a disgusting person.
I waited because you wanted to wait.
Disgusting.
I just think you're trying to
You're disgusting.
You're trying to validate your actions.
I'm not validating nothing. What I did was normal. You ask anybody else who's done it, they'll get mad at you. You're lucky I'm not fucking getting mad at you.
I feel like I'm going to get sick.
You calling me this and that?
You're a sicko. You're disgusting. You're disgusting.
Frank, this is Davon's page, and he's asked you not to.
Let's talk to other people and see what they say. Because right now, you girls are going nuts on me. Let me talk to some men.
I have a 16-year-old girl.
Women don't handle it well.
No, I have a 16-year-old daughter, and I have a 12-year-old daughter, and I have an 11-year-old boy. And let me tell you, I wouldn't be okay with my boy doing it either.
You got mother and father, right? Ask them when they did it. Ask them how old they are. Do you know how old they are?
My dad's dead, so I can't ask him much.
Okay, ask your mother, whoever. Find out what year difference they are, and when they met and when they did it. They might have did it when they were.
They were older when they met.
Okay.
They were over 18 when they met, and they were 10 years apart.
Whoa, 10 years apart.
They were 10 years apart, but they were over the age of 18.
Okay, but still 10 years apart.
But over the age of 18.
I understand that.
There's the difference right there. I don't have a problem with age. The difference is with the range of the.
So you're trying to tell me the women of the
years.
world who had sex with a younger guy.
That's wrong too.
And she was. Oh, I know some, and they don't say nothing about them.
Oh no, that's wrong too. I just told you.
Oh, the guy's lucky. He got an older chick. Ooh, yeah. You know what I mean?
I don't
the other way around. Everybody had a fucking fit.
That's not true though. I'm not having a fit like that. I'm telling you, it's wrong for any child under the age of 18. They're not old enough.
So you got kids?
21 is. Yes, I do. I have 4 kids. I have a 9-year-old boy. I have an 11-year-old boy. I have a 12-year-old girl. I have a 16-year-old girl. My 16-year-old's still a virgin. And no, you can't touch her because I'll kill you.
Stupid. So stupid, like I want to touch her. See, what's wrong with you?
You are all sorts of a crook.
I'm 55 years old. I was a kid there when I wanted her. I was fucking 18.
You're all sorts of a crook.
So listen, when your kids get older and they're going to fuck, you're going to go out of your mind.
Did you walk into a fire department and with a bomb hose?
Oh, that.
Wow.
No. They dropped it. It was all bullshit. They lied. That's why the cops are corrupt. They're fucked up. They arrested me because I wanted to be the goddamn mayor.
There you go, generalizing again.
No, I'm telling you, I want to be the mayor of my town.
It's funny. You had all these people up on your thing.
Read it.
You had all.
It mentions mayor. Read it.
Oh, are you serious?
Duh. I was trying to be the mayor.
What are you going to say? I fuck little kids, vote for me?
You're so stupid. I was trying to be the mayor, so they arrested me. Get with the program. The cops are corrupted, and they didn't want a good person like me in charge. Do you understand? Do you understand? And if I'm not the president, we're all fucked. Because I'm the only one who could bring freedom here. We got no freedom here, and you know it.
No freedom here because we won't let you have sex with children.
Oh, you're
sorry.
You're demented.
I'm demented?
Yeah, you admit it.
Yeah, Himes, I'm gonna hop off because
you might as well because you're not reasonable. You get upset, and I want your apology later on.
Anyone a chance to talk,
an apology?
You're gonna apologize. If you don't apologize, you're gonna get more and more evil and lose your heart. You're gonna be an unhappy bitch. You gotta apologize to me.
And that's why he got booted for that. I'm going to bring him back in, and I just want to explain to people the reason why I changed the title, because if this is what he want to have, then we're going to have this discussion. I need everyone to be calm about certain situations.
Great
and
title.
I need you, Sir Frank, to stop calling these women, especially these mothers, bitches, or you will be banned from my
Thank you, Davon.
Thank you, Davon. I think I just bit my finger.
Okay, but they deserved it.
Oh, but we deserved it. That's what he just said.
We did. Us women, we're fucking crazy, you know?
Insane, you know? Are there any guys in the... Can I ask guys in the broadcast?
You said it.
That's why he likes
You were crazy. You said not me.
This whole time. Now I don't even like Saul anymore.
I'm just curious, is there any guys in the broadcast that are on the same page as the women?
A lot of people don't want to come. They don't want to say they're on my side. They're scared you'll go after them. Okay? They know how nuts you are going on me.
No.
Oh, come on. You don't believe the shit that's coming out of your mouth, do you?
I believe everything that's coming out of my mouth. It's not shit.
Honey, you need to go see a therapist.
Sweetheart, I am your therapist. I'm your therapist and yours. Everybody's. I'm operating on you right now.
I end up being the most horrible person ever.
Pay attention. I'm operating on you all right now.
Operating on us all.
I'm operating on you.
Like I'm going to lose my heart, right? Because
no. You already lost your heart. I'm trying to get it back.
Let me just tell you something before you go in on the heart.
Tell me anything you want. You're just exposing yourself. I love it. Bring it on, baby.
I am going to tell you something.
Bring it on,
baby. For a person who lost their heart, I am losing my son as we speak.
What?
Okay?
Why are you losing your son?
My son is going to die. I have a heart bigger than you could ever fucking imagine. Okay?
Your son's passing away. I get it.
Watch it. Before you open your mouth and start
saying
shit about... No, you don't.
You're hating me. You're losing your heart because I'm the
good
guy. I'm an angel. You hate an angel, the universe will take you out. Just be good.
You are a disgrace
Pay
to
attention.
humanity.
Be
You're
good.
A disgrace.
Anybody who goes
You're
against me, they suffer.
You're disgusting.
Listen, do you know what an angel is?
It's not you.
If you go against me, the universe will destroy you.
You know how many angels are right there with my kid? And they guide him every fucking... I'm done. I'm out. I have to go.
She's suffering.
That's it for me. I'm sorry, guys.
You have a
Love
great
you
one.
all.
Calm down.
Somebody else can speak. But I'm done. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Be good.
Okay. He's a fucking asshole. He's a fucking asshole.
I can't believe you said, are you ready for it, Ermine? And I did not expect to be talking to a child molester.
Told ya.
They let me back on?
I wasn't expecting that either.
I don't know to let me.
Hello. Got 3 people calling in.
No, Frank, we don't want to check out your site. I've already did check his site. Oh my God. That's about the same stuff.
Hi guys.
Fuck him.
Hi.
This is funny.
So what was going on with all that? Because that just seemed a little weird to me.
It's been drama all day, and I'm coming off the record. It's been drama all day. We done had 2 trolls on here. Then we didn't want the full information about what his personal life was, but he decided to spill the beans about what other people have been, I guess from different platforms, has been calling him a child molester. So he decided to basically spill his guts out to people that don't even know him, that basically in our minds that yes, you are a fucking child molester. And basically you just came out on a brand new platform saying that you're a child molester.
Oh my God. People. Unless you're over, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, dating is cool, but like, unless you're till the age of 21, don't try to get into that kind of shit. I mean,
he's dating a 14-year-old. No, he's dating somebody that was 14-year-old, and he was in his 20s.
No, he was 18.
18.
Oh, he was 18?
She was 14.
Okay, so technically that's kind of with consent. That is.
No, it's not. It's 4 years. There's no state that has more than 4 years.
Yeah, that you're right. And still, I have a problem with that.
Like 18 and 6 months, or 14 and 6 months, and he had just turned 18. It may be legal.
No,
for their birthdays.
I still don't agree with that. I'm like, look, you turned 18, time to break up and like move on. That's
age difference is not the law, honest Frank. You need to check state by state.
Yeah, state by state.
And then the guy says, because I told him that I have a 14-year-old daughter, and he then says that we should go and ask the kids if they want to have sex.
Isn't he disgusting?
Yeah, that's a little much. That's a little much. I'm sorry.
He was just being a troll.
Sweetie.
I really think he believes what he's saying.
Every child molester.
Yeah, he's trying to validate his actions by giving us some absolutely like non-thought out, uneducated kind of excuse, and it just doesn't make sense. It's like saying it's okay to murder people because I said so, and that doesn't make it okay. And that's what he thinks. He's sick. He's sick. But he doesn't think he is. He thinks he knows everything and everyone is corrupt. It's ridiculous. But him. Everyone is wrong but him.
Well, I need everyone to have a light head. I'm going to bring him back in.
Oh, God. I thought we were done.
We don't need a light head. We need Xanax. Holy shit. He needs to be reminded to not interrupt, though, when other people are talking. Yes, he does.
This is going to be his last warning, and then I'm just going to block him from the stream.
Okay. Well, I mean, just saying Ryan, or if that's your name.
I'm Ryan.
That's you. Oh, Ryan.
I'm Ryan, and then that's Amanda.
Oh, nice to meet you, Amanda. I'm like, I totally agree with you and I'm on board, but I mean, I really don't want him back on, but fair enough. I just want to talk to the guy.
Well, it is a good topic, and that's what Blab is for. That's what needs to happen. A man talk to him and give a man's true insight, someone that's not crazy.
Are you a father?
No, I'm not, but I mean, from a standpoint, with what I've seen already, I'm like, I just don't agree with that at all.
Yeah.
If anybody came near my child, like at that age, I'd either, I'd be crazy.
I need somebody in the comments, if you're a father and want to have a conversation, a decent conversation, type yes, you want to join, and I will bring both of y'all on camera.
A decent conversation and a decent person.
Because I know there's several fathers that's in here. Okay.
Okay, fair enough. We got one.
We got two. Alrighty then. Let's see if he's still in the room.
I'll go ahead and hop off.
Okay. And I'm going to pop out myself too. Decent gentlemen.
Don't forget to record, Davon. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Ryan. How are you doing?
Hey, Dan.
Oh, Hermine. Why is it so dark in your house?
Oh, it's still night.
That's right. We got a couple hours difference. I forget it. I keep forgetting.
All right. Let's hear what you got to say.
All right. He came back on yet. He's trying to... hey, Dan. He needs to refresh and then pop back in.
Who's that? Talking about me?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Dan, did you hop in because you're gonna tell him your perspective?
I heard somebody asking. I was kind of halfway listening earlier. Somebody said about asking if somebody was a father or something, and I said, "Hey, I'm one of those guys." What do you got?
Your daughter was 14 years old. She's a freshman in high school, and she gets with an 18-year-old, done graduated, out of high school, whatever. What do you do?
You mean like she's 14 and her boyfriend's 18?
Yep.
Absolutely not. No, that can't happen.
Okay, well, there's a guy in here that was in here earlier, and that's who we're all discussing. His name is Frank.
Try to get in.
And he tried to say that he's not a pedophile.
No.
I'm not a pedophile. You know, if you don't let your kids do what they want to do, they'll leave you. They'll hit your guts and leave.
Well, my job is to protect them from themselves sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're trying to help them. I know that. But if my parents and her parents did not let us stay together because we loved each other, we would have fucking ran away.
Well, whatever.
And I know you don't want your kids to run away and live like a bum or go and live in another country to get married or something. You know what I mean?
Well, all I gotta say is the legal age in Alabama is 16. So, yeah, yes, no. A 14-year-old, and they have no business being together like that. I don't think so.
See, you just can't remember back when you were young. When you were like, let's say, 14, and you had the chance to sleep with an older woman of over 18, we would jump at the chance. Jump, fly, run. We would chase it.
And she would be a pedophile.
That's right.
No, she would not be a pedophile.
Yes, she would.
No, only if you're a child.
There are hundreds and thousands of women.
You don't get it.
Pedophiles
you don't freaking get it.
Online as women and sex offenders. There are teachers in school that are.
You're all wrong. I'm changing the law. Get ready. I'm not a fucking goddamn pedophile. You call me. You're slandering me.
You're not.
And you're liable. Wake up.
Raping.
You understand what that means?
Even if they want to have sex with them. Our little boys that are 14, 15, 16, and our teachers are having sex with them. Female
teachers. When your kids have sex, I guarantee you, if someone wants them and they're 4 years difference, and they're gonna go.
No.
I did. I'm not sexually attracted to kids.
You're a child molester. We've already defined. I'm
not a child molester. Why do you gotta call me that? What's wrong with you?
Pedophile. What's wrong with you?
Pedophile. Why do you gotta call me that?
What's wrong with you, Chester?
Not pedophile because he doesn't like prepubescent girls.
Who's talking?
Child molester
Dan?
by definition.
What's wrong with you, Chester?
Dan, you're an ass. You're a fucking ass.
No, you're a child molester.
You're a fucking dick. Call me a Chester. What are you, a child in a mind?
What's up, Chester?
You got Down syndrome?
The molester.
What's your problem?
That's his real name, Chester the molester.
Yeah, they called me that already. Believe me. I think it's fucking the first time I heard it. What are you, stupid? Oh yeah.
No, I'm sure you get that a lot, don't you, you perv?
No, I'm not a pervert. I'm normal. You're sick.
I'm not sick.
You're gonna find out how sick you all fucking are. Watch. Watch. When other people are gonna come out of the closet like me, who are normal. They're not a pedophile.
You're not normal.
Oh, I'm normal. You're not normal.
Frank, be quiet, please. There's a new guy in the room.
How you doing, Lounge Network?
Be quiet.
I can't hear him. His audio's not working.
Can't hear you?
It's not working. No. He's rebooting.
Once you get the sound back on, then I'll bring you back in. How
you doing, Davin? Boy, they're trying to fucking lynch me here.
No, I don't know this. You open this can of worms. You open yourself.
No. They did a chat. They called me, so I had to address it.
You open the worms up for people to come after.
It's okay. It's good.
You brought this on yourself.
This is awesome. I do this like on a daily.
And to those who telling me to close the room down, we need to have this discussion because we just got rid of an asshole that was on the platform, and we got rid of an asshole that was on this platform that should never been on the platform. This needs to be addressed at the head.
The reason why I mentioned about Down syndrome is because somebody told me this other guy who calls me a pedo has Down syndrome. And I looked up Down syndrome and it said they have the mind of a child. They're not really an adult. They don't think like an adult, really. That's why I say when people call me one, I say, do you have Down syndrome? It's nothing bad against anybody who has Down syndrome, but it's like, what the hell?
Hold on. You know what? Me and Elise had issues when she first came around. Thank you, Elise. Elise, please let her in the room, Davon, please. Davon is the host. Elise,
I know. I need her. When I bring her in, I need her to be calm. I need her to be calm and breathe.
You gotta be calm.
You gotta be calm because I will kick
you. It's awesome.
And Frank, I need you to stop egging people. Frank, I need you to stop egging people on.
Okay? She said, hold on. She said, hold on.
Okay, I'm not. They attack.
Because I will boot you.
I know. You've done it already. Ryan.
At least there's nothing to understand, honey, other than when he was 18 years old, he was having sex with a 14-year-old. He says that it's okay, and he wants everyone to think back when you were a child to say
not a child and a young adult.
It's a fucking child if it's under 18.
No, it's not.
At under 18, if it was okay for you
a young adult.
All right. Well, unfortunately, I'd love to say that they're young adults if I didn't have them.
Right.
Now that I have them, it's like
they're kids, of course. So think of little babies. Yeah.
I mean, they clearly can't make
even when they're over
really
18, you can think they're your children, of course.
No, because I have a 21-year-old also.
Yeah, and is that 21-year baby?
I mean, sure, I can call her my baby, but I do let her.
That's what I'm saying.
I make her make her decisions, though. So, I have 2 children, and when the older one was younger, and we got involved in situations like this, I mean, you can tell just on the reasons for her decisions that they were not mature decisions or adult decisions. Now, when I was younger, I did date my English teacher.
Attaboy.
So hold on. Now, it was not a sexual relationship.
Okay.
Sex didn't occur till years later when we matured and I was old enough.
So when you were dating, what did you do? Kiss? What did you do?
I mean, we kissed, we messed around, we went to movies, and then went out to dinner and stuff. Now, my life was a little different.
How messed around is that?
Hey, you want to know too much.
When I was young, and my life was different from most.
Hands up, Frank.
We need to know the honest and frank truth. What the hell does that mean?
Make sure you're not enjoying what he's talking about.
I'm actually in my underwear because it's hot. Go ahead, what is it? He froze. God damn it. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Hold on. Sorry about my internet connection.
Okay.
All right. So when I was 15, I was making $80,000 a year. I worked in advertising. I started very young in my career. And so I was making adult money, and it gave me flexibility to make some adult decisions. But in my adult decisions, sex was not part of it. Not, sex. Yes, we kissed, we made out, there was touchy-feelies, but there wasn't sex.
Oh, so it wasn't the actual, right, it wasn't the actual sex.
Correct.
But it was like blowjobs, right?
No, that didn't occur till much later.
Fingering or whatever. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway.
Just an adult.
But now, in respect to how I treated the guy, I didn't really treat him at all. It was a very simple decision. I called the police, and I had them deal with him. And with my child, I had the sheriff come over. I had them have a conversation with my daughter and say, look, even if dad was to allow it, it's against the law.
Okay, so you're saying a guy had sex with your daughter?
I turned it into a legal decision.
Wait.
What was that?
A guy had sex with your daughter, is that what you're saying?
No, he did not. But I'm sure he wanted to.
No, but you said you called the cops on him?
Yes, because he was trying to pursue a relationship with her.
How old was
he? So now, he didn't get arrested, of course, but basically, he had to be told what the law was.
Right.
And whether he's willing to deal with the... he was actually 20, and she was 14.
I got told earlier if I'd call the cops on my daughter, I'd be a terrible mother.
He was 20.
Well, no, I mean,
18,
yes, she was mad and all that stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, when she was 16, she went to a party, mostly adults, and she was the young one. And there was alcohol, and she came home drunk. Those guys I had arrested. They went to jail. I pressed charges. I went to court, and they spent whatever time in jail.
Those guys?
Well, those guys and girls, but the guys were the ones that were serving the drinks.
Okay. So
and it was in a private home, and it was not with my permission.
Right.
So, and now she's 21. We have a great relationship. She knows that I'm her backup. She knows that she can trust me. And now I have the ability of trusting her decisions because she's an adult. I mean, now I can't say anything.
So when she was, 14 and he was 20?
Yeah.
Did they do anything? Did she ever tell you they actually did something about it?
She said that they kissed and stuff like that. But, clearly I knew what his intentions were. And he was trying to make situations.
So did he get in trouble when you called the cops on him?
Well, no, he didn't get arrested or anything. He was he basically had a serious talk with the cops. And
right.
If you keep pursuing this is what can happen. You can go to jail, this and that.
Right. I never had that. I never had a warning like that. I didn't even have sex education when I was growing up, or neither did she. So we didn't know the law. We didn't even know it was illegal until later on.
You admit it was illegal.
What?
You admit it was illegal.
No. I'm thinking now it was illegal as I got older, and I'm 55 now.
Nice try.
I realized this when I was like 50.
I'll say.
What's crazy now is I'm
about 50 years old
age
when I realized, oh my God, she was 14 and I was 18.
Now I'm still friends with my ex-girlfriend who was the English teacher. And, she has kids, I have kids, this and that. We laugh about when we were young only because we knew that, she knew as a teacher that it was wrong.
Right. But she's not sexually attracted to children, is she?
She knew that sex was not going to be part of the conversation until I was old enough.
Right. How old were you when you had that thing going on? How young were you?
When I was with the English teacher, I was 15.
15. Okay, so your English teacher, she's not a pedophile, right?
She was like 23 at the time.
Oh, yes, she is.
No. Now I'm not asking you. I'm saying, as you know, your English teacher, is this English teacher attracted to young kids?
Well, the thing is, she was not attracted to young kids. In other words, no, she's not.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So she's not really a pedophile.
Now, the reason the relationship kind of got engaged is She's basically, the reason it led into some kind of a friendship initially is because my best friend was also her sister. So I was around. It wasn't in a classroom setting that anything ever happened. And it wasn't until she got to know who I was as a person. And at the time I was, again, in a large ad agency. I was making a lot of money. I was, very intellectual. And those were the things that she found interesting and attractive. But it never became about the sex. It was never a sexual relationship in that respect. It became about the conversations, intellectuality, the intelligence, the fact that I was mature in her opinion.
Right.
And that we were able to maintain really good conversations about life. And the fact that she felt, wow, as a young guy, how is he like this advanced or whatever? And again, over time, who pursued who?
So,
it wasn't even a pursuit because there was no interest by me or by her at the time. It wasn't until we got to know each other over time mutual. That it became, interesting. And then we started holding hands, and then we started kind of spending time alone together as opposed to alone with my best friend and so on. So, it really developed as a friendship and then grew into something more romantic. And then eventually, as I got older, into a deep, deep relationship. But it was never about molesting a child. It was never about, hey,
right.
Let me get you in a dark room type of thing. It wasn't like that.
So when you were young, 15, you were like, all right, you got a chick, an older chick, right?
Didn't have sex. Hello.
Yeah, no, I mean, again,
it was nice to be with an older chick. It was great. I mean, I'm not saying you had
sure,
sex,
I mean,
but
right now, as a guy telling a silly story, you kind of throw that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But in terms of it becoming like a hot, horny, young, perverted type of thing, no.
No. So let me ask you this question: do you think that woman should go to jail and be considered a pedophile and have her life ruined?
If it was sexual, probably. Looking at it now.
But I'm saying right now, do you think she should be? Do you think she's a pedophile, a sex offender, or she's just a girl who just attracted to you?
Well, there was no
younger?
sex to be offended. I mean,
right.
There was no sex.
Right. But I'm saying this girl is not attracted to children. Is what I'm saying.
Listen, he just answered your question. If they had sex, then yes, he thinks she should be in jail. They didn't have sex, so it doesn't relate.
Okay, okay, I understand that. But I was saying now, do you think this girl would have sex with a child?
No.
Okay, what do you think a child is? How old? What makes a child and a young adult? Teenager. I mean, where's the cutoff?
Come on. Well, all right. So, for example, my daughter, I wouldn't let her touch a car until she was 20. I don't care that the law is like 16.
Right. Of course.
So as far as I'm concerned, she wasn't able to make.
I understand that. I get it.
She wasn't able to make rational, like really good, solid decisions until she was at least 18, 19.
Right.
And maybe with a little guidance.
Right. Certain people are like skip grades where they can make rational decisions, but.
Sure.
Maybe
I think
slower, whatever.
I think if I was more of a horny teenager, when I was young, and I was, with the English teacher person, maybe I would have been like, hey, let's, go to the, I mean, it's very, I would say as a teenager or for a teenager, it'd be very difficult not to have the hormones blind their brain, which is why they're not adults, because physiology, just the science behind what's going on through their turning into adults is difficult enough to deal with because they think it's a mental thing as opposed to a chemical thing. It's up to the adult who's in this conversation to make a proper decision.
What I notice is a lot of people, even though they're adults, they're not really adults. I mean, look how they're attacking me. To me, that's childlike. That's not adult.
No, I understand. I'm not attacking you at all.
No, not you. The girls. The girls that went off on me. They're still going off on me.
Well, because there's a science behind what we're talking about, which is why we can't call them adults. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They got that like rage, so they can't like be reasoned with.
Right.
Right now. Yes.
You've had 3 comments go up, and remember this whole thing started because I said, "Hey Frank, you're new here. I've never seen you. I see people in Blabs calling you blah, 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 the word you hate. Okay. Yeah. 3 comments have gone by so far that said, there is more than one video of him saying that kids as young as 10, 11, 12 should be ready to have sex if they are ready. And that is the words that you used earlier in the very first blab that I saw you.
All right, now can I add to that?
Go ahead.
All right, hold on. All right, so
they twisted everything. Go ahead.
Just to take
the blab that I was in, and I had explained that to you when I first saw you.
No, I missed
you were
it.
By yourself with another guy, and that is what you said.
All right.
What I say?
If we can step back for a second,
let him talk.
and look at
we'll get to everything if you want.
The history of man, let's just say, when I mean, there's many places around the world right now where that age group is appropriate.
Yeah.
And it's a shame. It's a shame, but unfortunately, they don't understand the sciences yet of it and why they're not adults in terms of they're going through puberty and all the craziness that's going on through puberty.
Even Elvis Presley was with Priscilla.
Oh, he was a pervert too.
No, he's not. He's not.
So
well, he'd still have younger girls.
In certain societies, because they probably die younger. In their minds, being in adulthood is at a younger age. But we're not. We're in a more civilized country, and we also do understand the science here. And we all know that puberty is for lack of better words, a mind fuck for teenagers. They can't possibly know exactly what they're doing when it's a chemical in their brain that's making them all messed up. So, once regular puberty has kind of gone through its process and they're able to kind of think more clearly, that's a different story. But right now, that age group is later. That's, we're talking about 18-ish. Puberty is starting when they're like 11, 12, and it's a mind fuck till they're like 16, 17, 18. So during that mind fuck, during that puberty, those hormones are like messing with their heads. They're going to be horny. They're not going to say no to anything unless, of course, they're just not attracted to the person. So the person who's responsible is the one who's already been through this mind fuck and is an adult. So if the adult is like, okay, we're taking advantage, knowing that they're going through puberty and knowing that these hormones are responding and reacting, then they're the ones that become responsible and they're the ones that would go to jail, outside of the fact that it's just the law.
What's this puberty thing? I'm not even sure what that is. It's like when you're changing or something? What is it?
Well, I mean, all I would say is do a Google search. Because, there's not, the conversation is not, the conversation is not about puberty.
Right.
But the conversation is as to why people are saying what they're saying.
Goes off to get you to stop talking about it.
No. Keep talking. You kidding me? I don't do that. No, I'm not like you.
No. So simply put, the reason people feel the way they feel, the reason they use the names and whatever, because I'm not going to do that, is because we all get it. We all understand that a teenager is not of the right mind.
Of an adult, you mean? Yeah, right.
To make a proper decision. If
right. You're not really an adult. I know. I got it.
So and then that's that. So now I didn't hear the early story. I don't know if you've actually.
But a lot of people have sex when they're not an adult. I mean, even after they're 18, they're still not a goddamn adult.
No, I agree. And now teenagers are going to have sex with teenagers, and that's unfortunate too.
Legally, they're an adult, but they're really not. It depends on the person. Everybody's different.
Sure, but we're talking about general science or general, circumstance.
Right.
We all know everybody goes through puberty by a certain general age. Sure, some might get later, some might get earlier. But the thing is, that's the reason why.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Somebody told me by law, I did not break the law because there's a 5-year allowance, and I was only 4-year difference, not 5 years. So I made it. I'm not guilty. You know what I mean? It's not pedo.
Well, I mean, so if the law is going to let you free, so be it. The point is, the reason people feel the way they feel is because of what I said. And that's pretty much the long and short of it.
So, like, when someone has sex at, let's say someone has sex at 12 years old, right? And that's young. Let's say they have sex with another 12-year-old. Right? Let's say you had a kid and had sex with someone else who's 12 years old. That's not pedophilia or anything, but they did it, and it's not, and it's not illegal.
I don't want a teenager with a teenager?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, because both of them are not of right mind.
No, I know, but I'm saying they had sex, and everybody's fine with that because all the kids that had.
Oh, no, nobody's fine with it. Nobody's fine with it. I mean,
but when you're a kid, like when you're like 10 or 9, that's not good. That's a child. That's a child. Mm-hmm. And of course, way below that is a child. You know what I'm saying? So, if someone's fine with them having sex at 13, 14, what the hell is the big difference if they're having sex with someone a few years older, who's also a teenager?
Because you're supposed to have proper state of mind. You're considered an adult by law.
Right, but they don't have proper state of mind when it 12 or 13, and they still have sex with someone else their age.
Right, I understand that. What I'm saying, though,
that makes a law against that.
There might be. I mean, I don't know. I'm not unfortunate.
But there isn't a law to arrest anybody for a 12-year-old to fuck another 12-year-old.
Okay.
But yet, somebody a little bit older.
So the conversation you want to have.
They're still having sex. What the fuck is it? I mean, if the person's having sex,
what you want to do is make a law. What you want to do is make a law.
They're not mentally ready, but they're physically ready, and no one has a problem with them doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Sam. Can you hear Sam?
No, not yet.
Sam is frozen.
Freedom! Stop it.
You said the words physically ready again.
Yeah, physically ready.
Women don't forget.
Men don't forget either.
Now, Miss Elise, curious.
It's impossible.
Hello. So anyway, I mean, that's my 5 cents. You know, I understand what you're saying as far as kids with kids, but they're kids, and they're going to make stupid mistakes. And it's not considered a mistake when you're old enough to know better. And so you get treated like an adult because you're an adult, and you're making decisions knowing that you're taking advantage of someone who's not mentally ready.
So everybody understands this one. Okay, I was 18, she was 14. As we got older, I stood with her. I didn't look for no kids. I did not want anybody younger than that. Only her. She was very sexy. She looked like an adult already. Like I said, she has extra large hips that women don't really have. Her stomach was really tight and, she looked like this, which I said in my video, and they're trying to say I wanted sex with a 12-year-old. I was not talking about a fucking 12-year-old. I was talking about Barbara when she was 14-year-old. And they thought I was talking about even younger, like 10 years old and shit like that. But she had the hips. She had the swan's neck. It's like extra long. She had large eyes where she needs special contact lenses. So she was 6'10". 5'10". So she was tall. She looked like a woman. There's no way she looked like a kid.
She wasn't 18. What do you mean she looked like a woman?
Let's put it this way: Ryan, when you were 14, you were not as sexy as Barbara was.
We're not going to discuss.
I'm sorry.
When I was 14.
That's a fact.
Because if you want to discuss when I was 14, that would also make you a pedophile.
No. Come on. When you were 14,
it'll make it very creepy.
Stop interrupting me.
Try to pay attention.
Grown man. No men in the world can ask me about when I had sex when I was 14. I just can't.
Then we don't ask you because you can't handle it. I need a grown-up who could handle talking about when they were younger.
That's pedophile if you do that.
What are you talking about? You don't want to talk about the truth when you were younger, when you had feelings and stuff?
Are you insane?
Then you're like useless here. Get somebody who's an adult who talks about everything.
I would have been 14. It's not legal for me to discuss that.
Hello?
Hey, Des.
I hear you.
Time out. Let's calm down. Let's breathe. Time out. And let's get back on subject. Okay? This has been a very interesting blab. This has been a very interesting ass night. But, we're going to keep this conversation going. And those who would like to hop in and say anything about this, just write in the comments. Can I come in? You need to have your microphone set up. You need to have your camera set up. You need to be on screen or I will boot you. That's just simple as that. So therefore, we're going to keep it going. and we're going to keep this conversation going. So therefore, if anyone else would like to have anything about this, please write in the comments that you want to join this conversation, and I will let you in. All right, I'm stepping out.
All right. He was very fatherly. Okay. Well, I mean, I think I've kind of said my 2 cents, or 5 cents, whatever I said.
Yeah, so Barbara was like already like a woman body and everything, when other girls are not. So it's not like she was like a 14. She looked like an 18-year-old, is what I'm saying. You see? So
now,
there's no way I even wanted to look at a
14-year-old.
I didn't even want to look at a 14-year-old, but she looked like an 18-year-old.
You're disgusting.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to get into the argument about
if an 18-year-old has sex with an 18-year-old, is that disgusting?
What?
Ryan, if an 18-year-old has sex with an 18-year-old, is that disgusting?
Frank, all right. So just to explain
she
why.
She looked like an 18-year-old.
The way she's responding is because we're not. The way you're describing someone that we all clearly know is for. We don't know what she looks like. We're not going to, say, "Oh, you're right," or "You're wrong," or whatever.
She's on my site right now.
The point is, though, you are still describing a 14-year-old.
No, I understand what you're saying. Exactly. I understand what
Hello,
you're
saying.
Elise. Hello, Elise.
Hello, Frank.
Honest Frank.
Hello, Honest Frank. So,
how you doing?
I think that I'm grateful that, whose Blab is this?
Devon's.
He's not on right now.
He's letting everybody talk about it.
Devon has brought this conversation to the forefront, and I think that we should perhaps have a curious conversation about it. So Frank's position is actually a position that a lot of people hold.
It got brought up because he was another Blab Elise.
Okay, so can you give me some because the 18-14 thing we could put that's a totally separate conversation to 23-14. That's a totally different concept. So I think the 18-14 thing we could, if you guys want to talk about that all day long, it's not that it's 4 years. That's a freshman to a senior.
4 years difference.
It's not the 4 years because it's different from 9 to 13. That's the 4 year. That's a different 4 years. Or 8 to 12 is different than 14 to 18. I think.
Right. Then it's bad when it starts going into children. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to catch up actually. So you had graduated. She was a freshman. You were out of high school.
I was still in high school.
You were in high school?
I was 18 in high school, yeah.
Okay, so if you guys are talking about this, and if you're not, that's fine. We're getting a little hung up right the second, I think, on the legality of what it means to be a teenager, be an adult. So 18-14, for me, is a different conversation than, let's say, a conversation that I heard about your teacher, or whoever that was. She was 23 and you were however old? 15? Okay, so that's a little bit of grooming at that age. That's what pedophiles kind of do a little bit. Do I think that she's a pedophile? I don't think that she had sex with you, but I think it was inappropriate for a 23-year-old to mentor a 15-year-old in an intimate relationship, because that's kind of like a grooming thing. And eventually you did have sex with her. So that's inappropriate in itself. However, it's a little bit different when you're 15, only because it's a little bit different. She had a disconnect with reality and what is appropriate. And she took advantage of the fact that you didn't know any better. Right? So, I mean, that's what I think. So is there an issue with, is there an issue that we're talking about where it's okay for an 18-year-old to have sex with a 9-year-old? Are we talking about that?
No, that's not okay.
No. So are we talking about?
No.
Or are we
that's not okay. That's a child.
Okay,
you talked about that in other Blabs.
So are we
11, 12, 13, 14?
Are you want me to address that, Ryan? I mentioned that in a video that people have sex at young ages like that in other countries, and it's not right.
Right.
And then I started talking about Barbara.
I was in the Blab, and I know about 30 of these people.
Let me finish. Then I started talking about Barbara. I segued into her right away. That's what I thought. I was thinking about kids. No, that was Barbara I was talking about with the hips.
Who's Barbara with the hips? The girl that you banged when you were 18?
Made love to.
I actually knew somebody who was 18, 14. They were actually a real couple.
So that's what happened, Ryan. They thought I was talking about the 12 years old when I was talking about Barbara at the 14, when she already looked like an 18-year-old. So.
Okay, so Ryan, explain to me what he said, and Frank, can you give her a minute to explain? That was more of an adult and a child. What did he say that so upset you?
Oh, it didn't upset me. The problem was there was another blab that he was in, and it was caught on video that he had said
caught on video.
He would be with someone who was 10, 11, 12, or 13 as long as the words were used, as long as they were ready.
Okay.
13-year-old can be ready. 11, 12, 13.
Wait, I didn't say nothing like that in a blab in my cast. I can't call it a cast. You could call it a blab because I don't care what this website's called. It's a broadcast.
It's on a video.
Yeah. Okay, so you think I said that on a video? I'd like to see it. There's no way I said anything like that.
It doesn't matter where it was said. You said if they were ready.
I didn't say that. Okay. They said that in the chat. You're confusing the chat with me.
For the last 2 hours.
You're confusing the sickos in the chat, the terrorists, the cyberbullies.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Because maybe he was caught on a hot mic, right? So what I'd like to understand, because I wasn't there, is Frank, what is your position on when is it okay for somebody, like, where's your line? That's, I guess, what I'm asking.
Freedom, stop. Where's my line?
Okay, I'll do it this way. Is 18-13 okay?
Not really.
Okay. No. Is 18-12
That's really
okay?
borderline. 18-12? No.
Is 25-14 okay?
Nope.
Not really, no.
Okay, so where is your line of what is okay and what isn't okay? Well, there is a line.
No, yeah, of course.
There's a big line.
That's what I was trying to say. When do people think a child is a child before they become a young adult, which is a teenager?
I'm actually asking you. I'm not going to count a teenager. I don't want to count 18, 14.
I'm going to say it, but I don't want to say the wrong thing. Relax. Give me a chance to say it right. Because if I speak a lot, I don't want to say the wrong thing. You'll go nuts on me.
No, wait, hold on.
What? Time out.
Okay.
What you're going to do is I'm going to ask you a question, and you'll answer me, and then I'll ask you a follow-up question so I can understand what you're saying if I don't get it.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait. One moment. Go.
Oh, me?
Where are you? I heard you talk about, there are cultures where 10-year-olds okay.
So
okay. Wait, what?
14 to me is like a cutoff. To anything younger than that is like a child. But 13 is not too bad. I think that's why they made the number 13 to 19.
Okay, so let's go 13. Oh, he left.
Where'd it go?
He got booted by Davon.
Why?
Yes,
he interrupts people. He's out.
Yes, he keeps interrupting people, and if someone has to tell him more than once to stop it, I'm going to boot him. He needs to understand to take times and let the person finish their sentence. And then when they finish their sentence, then he can go and say, "You was talking," and therefore,
don't worry.
Finish what you had to say, and I'll bring him back in. Samuel, I forgot your name.
My name's Selassie.
This is a fucking bully.
Selassie.
Ooh, that sounds pretty.
Gotta put my camera on.
Handsome.
Fucking jerks.
No, pretty's cool. I've heard it all. Don't worry about it.
Fucking dumb.
No, Davon's not like having fun with the control. He's doing very successful. 48 people, 267 in and out on this matter.
Do you have anything to say?
The thing I have to say, I mean, I understand what he was saying, but see, here's the thing, is that there has to be a relationship between that. But also, it's communication. Like, I know, like, a couple that actually were 4 years apart. But here's the thing. The parents knew each other. They knew each other for a while, for a very long time. And even though, I mean, I understood it, I still wasn't okay, but there was a relationship. And that,
how old were they?
When they started dating, they were like 4 years apart. Like, they started dating between like 17 and like they're 17, like 15, but they were technically 4 years apart, no matter what. No matter
so
how
how old were they? 17 and 15 is only 2 years apart.
17, 15? Yeah. But I still wasn't okay. By the time he turned 18 and she was still 15, I still wasn't okay with it. But I understood that there was a relationship in it. But if it was just like if she just met the guy and whatnot, yeah, no, it's not okay. It's never okay. I mean,
honestly, I don't want to have, hey, Damon, with all due respect, I don't want to have a conversation myself about 1814, 1815. That's a totally different subject that we can argue all day. I'm a thriver of sexual abuse myself. So I actually have some information on the topic, and I'm not interested in 1814. That's not my deal. So
no, that's not what he was saying. He said
no, not him. But if Frank wants to have a conversation about, because that's why I was called in, because Frank has somehow riled up the planet, and everybody's accusing him of being a pedophile. And you know what? That's a big deal. So
I'm about to bring him back in. Yeah, just need to let him know that he needs to. You're about to be back on. Now stop it with the comments.
At one point, he said, "Do you have a child?" And I said, "Yes." And I told him the age were, and he said, "Well, then ask your daughter if she would like to have sex then." And the comments were just like, "Go ask her, kid."
I'm like, wait, what? No.
Okay, but I think that what's happened a little bit. First of all, I'm not defending Frank, and I don't understand Frank's position actually at all. But right now, I think there needs to be just a little bit of chill. And if Frank or somebody is a pedophile, let's just say, having conversation with them and understanding their thought process is not a bad thing. Okay? So we can vilify him and we can hang him and we can stone him to death. However, understanding and being curious about why do you think that is interesting to me. So I actually have some kind of, like, I want to understand Frank's thinking, and then I can either agree or disagree. We can base the law on all this other bullshit, but kind of for me. So I had a sexual relationship from 9 to 11 with someone who was 25, and that was not appropriate. And it was child molestation. It lasted for 2 years. I was groomed. I didn't say anything. There's a lot of confusion you seem to have, Frank, about whether a child would enjoy it or not. That's not really relevant. Whether a kid that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 would enjoy it physically, because they do. They actually enjoy it when they're months old. They're 2 years old. You see kids that are 3 years old with their hand down their pants all day long. That doesn't mean that they're enjoying it and cognitively understand that they're going to have sex. Okay, so you can't say because they're enjoying something sexually that then that makes it okay. Okay?
No, I know.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to understand what you said, what you understand that you said in another Blab that has 50 fucking people in here so pissed like a witch hunt at you. What did you say that you was so offensive?
He loves it. Wow.
I love it. I love it. Because I get this everywhere I go.
Okay, so tell me what you get.
Why?
Why? Because I'm great. That's why.
No, don't answer generally like that. Answer her question honestly, what she's asking.
Why do you love it?
Now you ask me this question. Why do I love it?
No. Answer her, Elise's question.
Okay, Elise, ask me it again.
All I want to know is what your opinion is. That's all.
First, one thing, I did not interrupt before, like I came down. I shouldn't have.
That's okay.
It may look that way, but I did not. Watch a video. Okay.
Okay, so I just want to understand what you think you have said to get people so angry. And you said you so what is it that you're saying that is riling people up?
The honest and frank truth.
Oh, it's Justin.
No, I'm talking about this particular subject matter.
The 18 and 14-year-old thing.
That's
people
it.
think I'm a pedo. Yeah.
That's it. So wait, Ryan, hold your tongue for 1 second. So the only thing that is at issue right this second is 18 to 14?
That's one.
What's the other?
There's another thing they say that I'm gay and into incest.
I don't care if you're gay.
I'm not. I'm just saying, when I was about 7 years old, it's another story. When I was 7 years old, my brother took advantage of me. He was 4 years older than me, and we did a little something. It wasn't sex, but it was kind of like sex, but it wasn't, this. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm not gay. My brother's not gay. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing. I can't stand the fact that he did it, but, he did it. We did. He talked me into it, and
So let me ask you, Frank.
So they're trying to call me gay and into incest, and that's sick too. That's why I compare that to breastfeeding, because you don't know what you're doing when you're a baby sucking mom's breast for milk, and I didn't know what I was doing when I was 7 years old.
Okay, I need you to take a breath for a second, because I need to have an understanding of some things that you said. So you were 7, and he was. I need you to look at me, Frank, for a second. So you were 7, he was 11. So either you had oral sex or there was some kind of, okay, so he either did it to you or you.
Both.
Okay, and so you guys were exploring each other.
He did me first and got me into the jerk.
He what?
He did me first to get me into it so I could do him.
Okay, so there is.
And then I did the neighbor kid. Neighbor kid did me because I heard he did that to some guy. Right. So, because I didn't know what the frig I was doing. I was a baby.
Way off the subject. You're getting way off the subject.
I'm not off the subject.
He's not off the subject.
I'm talking about Frank.
I'm not off the subject either.
Exactly right on the subject. And I'll explain to you why.
So I didn't know what I was doing then either.
Because I need to understand where his mind is at, right? So what he's saying,
Elise?
Hold on one sec, okay? If you want to just say he's crazy, then you know what? That's fine, but I can't. That's not like having a conversation. I have no idea. So we don't know what happened behind someone else's doors, right? So what I'm hearing right this second is that Frank felt that he was a little bit abused by his older brother, then went out and did the same thing to another younger boy.
Well, he did it to me. I let him do it to me.
Okay, either way. So he was in a hyper-sexualized state when he was young. We're talking about Frank for 1 second when he was young, right? Just for 1 second.
I thought that was the way it was because I didn't know what the freak I was doing. Go ahead. That was it. So then I realized, hey, this ain't me.
Let's assume that Frank is a person for a second and not like a monster, right? So, and I don't know Frank, so I have the advantage of not having any emotional feelings. And even if I did know, I'm not vested in it at all. So then you had another intimate relationship with another boy, and at some time you decided that
it was like a few seconds. It wasn't even long.
Okay, and you decided that wasn't good for you. So we could put the gay thing behind us. And even if you are gay, it doesn't.
I'm not gay. I'm not into my brother or anything like that.
Okay, and so then you had a relationship with a 14-year-old girl, and you were 18, and that's kind of where you stand. So there seems to be other conversations that you have had that people are thinking or feeling that you are kind of not understanding appropriate boundaries. Why do people think that?
Because they jumped to the conclusion because I was 18 and she was 14, I'm automatically a freaking pedophile.
Okay, so Ryan said, and honest Frank, tell me what you said on other occasions that riled people up, that made people upset. What is it that you said? Because it's something else that you said. Because 1814 shouldn't make people go this batshit crazy, I don't think.
Who's
so
Ryan?
When you were talking about, she's there, when you're talking about 10, 11, and 12, what were you saying?
When I was talking about 10, 11, and 12?
Yeah. What was your thought on that?
I was saying in other countries, because I was exhausted, I was walking and then jogging on a treadmill, but I was talking about things, because I'm honest and frank.
Sure.
And I was saying that I mentioned that people in other countries have sex when they're really young. It's not good. 10, 11, 12, or something like that.
Did you say it's not good?
I think so.
So obviously there's some disconnect.
I may not have, but I think I did because I brought it up. It's not right, but
from Ryan's face, I feel.
Who's Ryan?
She's on your head.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, so from Ryan's face, I feel like somehow you conveyed the opinion that because it happens in other countries, that maybe it might be okay in all. Am I correct?
Is that what you're feeling, Ryan?
You said that you wanted to run for mayor, that you ran for mayor, and that you are right, and you are a therapist, and that children
I'm
are
like a therapist. I'm like everybody's therapist, yes.
That's okay.
Hey, guys.
That's okay that he thinks that. I'm just trying to understand this one thing. I just want to understand. I don't care if he's for mayor or if he's Batman. Quite frankly.
Right. Well, or as a real life superhero angel, I call myself.
Right. One second. I need to, like, for me, lock it up. So other countries stone women, they behead people. There's a lot of shit that happens in other countries.
That's messed up. Yeah.
Okay. So clearing the record, because sometimes we say things that are misconstrued, clearing the record. If you're 18, you're having sex with a 10-year-old.
So I mentioned about other countries, it's not good to have sex at a young age. Then I started talking, I was thinking young, I was, oh shit, Barbara was 14.
Right.
When we did, when I was 18. So I started talking about that. And they fucking automatically assumed, which I can't blame them, it did sound bad, that I was talking about a 9, 10-year-old, 12-year-old, like that.
Okay.
They're sexy. No, Barbara was sexy.
Okay.
And then I started talking about Barbara, and they were like, I'm a pedo.
Liar.
Okay,
Liar?
You think there'd be 53 freaking people in here if you weren't lying? Hold on,
think
no.
I give a fuck what people think of me? I'm telling you, it's a frank truth. I don't give a shit if someone thinks I'm a pedophile. Give me a break.
Let her speak, please.
She's over here.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Some time for me. Hey, how you doing?
Let her speak.
Never know.
Hey, yeah. I'm just seriously appalled at this. I'm 47 years old. I'm going to be 40 I'm 48 years old. Anyway, that's what we're going to do.
Let's get a calendar and do math.
I am the mom of of a woman who is now 26 years old, who has a 7-year-old. You do the math. She was 19 years old when she was having sex. Was she ready at 19? Oh, hell no. You know why? Because I had to care for my grandson. My grandson, I had him for the first 3 years of his life. Was she ready? No. Would she be ready at 14, 13, 12, 10? Oh, hell no.
Some are. Some get pregnant at a young age, and they're perfectly fine. They have a nice life.
They are ready at 10 years old when they can barely write their name or even
I didn't say 10 years old.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Nothing. They don't even know their multiplication tables at 10.
14, I was with Barbara. We'll talk about 14.
Okay, they barely know what they're doing.
Okay, hold on one second.
Even when they're adults, they don't know what they're doing.
Hold on one second, because I'm listening to what you're saying really specifically. And sometime, what's your name?
Sometime for me.
Okay, so what can I call you? Me?
Just me.
Me? Okay, so I definitely understand. I've told my kids that if they have sex and they can't afford the baby stays and they go, right? So I definitely get what you're saying, that 19, she wasn't ready to have a baby. But Frank, you just said out loud, and I get what you're saying, but that's different than being 10. Being 19 is way different than 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm not trying to
clarify what he means by is she ready? Is she ready because she may be having her mens?
Right. So this is what I want to ask. So
Frank, is that what he means as ready?
No.
Right, so Frank,
no. Her vagina, I'm sorry, but I can talk
different.
about a vagina and a penis because they are the proper
thing. Some people are ready young, some people aren't.
Frank, what do you think is the youngest age that someone can be ready?
14, someone can be ready. If I knocked her up at 14, it's young. Yes, it's too young.
But I'm not talking about 18, 14. I'm talking about 10.
No.
Are they mentally ready?
No.
Are they mentally ready?
Well, of course not.
I know a lot of women that were
teenagers are kind of mentally ready. 13 is still kind of young to me.
I mean, there's a show 16 and Pregnant. It's not like, being 19 is that all that young. My mother had kids when she was 20 in the 60s. So, a lot of people in the remarks are saying
does anybody know anybody who had like a kid at 14?
I do.
Great. Bring her on. So, let's talk about it.
No, I don't want to talk about that. What I want to talk about, because we're not.
My question for Frank is,
okay.
Do you believe that this had to do with you having, this didn't know with your brother at age 7?
No, that had no effect on my brain. Nothing at all.
So
none whatsoever.
You didn't at 7 have any
it was blowjob between me and my brother.
Was it enjoyable for you though?
It felt good. I didn't feel good giving it. Of course it's gonna feel good getting it.
Sibling experimentation happens all the time.
Yeah, I didn't even mean to do it.
But it also stems
Jesus Christ, it makes me sick. When someone brings it up, I hate their fucking guts. Because they don't bring that shit up.
And Frank does harbor some issues with it because he's upset about it. So I don't think it's constructive. And I'm honestly, I can't stay here that long if we're just going to attack him and say, well, you think this and you think that,
well,
without
when you leave, they're going to lynch me.
Without asking.
I'm pretty sure that I have, allowed him to say his piece.
I don't know what his lower age limit is. I know 18.
I know, and that's the hard thing.
Pretty much
that is
it.
really the hard
that's
thing
pretty
because
much my
as
limit,
a parent,
right there, 18.
As a parent, Frank, are you a father?
No,
he's not. Are you a father, Frank?
I wish I was.
You wish you were. Okay. Let me ask you this: if you had a 14-year-old daughter that came to you and said, "Dad, I'm pregnant," how would you feel?
That would suck because she's kind of young.
Exactly. Yeah. If you had a child that came to you and said, "Dad, I want to keep the baby,"
well, I didn't get it pregnant,
but I have no money.
I was pulling out for years.
How would you feel? Would you be able to say, "Yeah, go ahead. Let me raise your child"? Would you be in that position?
You guys you're not asking the right questions. I'm sorry, you're not asking the right questions.
Well, it is.
I love this.
This child was
Elise
14,
is curious. I love this woman.
Came to her father and said, "I'm pregnant, Dad." How would that be? I don't think it's right.
He also just said that would be horrible. So you're not even letting him answer. I'm not defending him. Listen, I have a 13-year-old boy and a 13-year-old girl. They're twins. I'm not defending Frank, but I can't sit here and let you say to him, how would you feel if you were a father when he's not? He doesn't have any idea. He has no perspective on that. Okay, so what you can
I kind of do a little bit.
I don't think he has perspective
on I kind of do a little bit.
Because
I wouldn't want my kid to be
think he has the perspective of the implications that he could cause on a 14-year-old girl.
I don't agree. I don't think this discussion is about 17, 14, 18, 14. I think the reason that people are so pissed is because I think that they think that Frank thinks, this is all my conjecture, that it's okay to have sex with someone who's 10, 11, 12 if they're ready.
I agree. That we're
having in the room. So what I'd like to talk about, if it's okay.
Those are playing soccer bullying. I'm not even reading the chat.
Is get away from 18.
Is that Miss Alexandra from
that is what Thank you for allowing me to say my piece. You gals have a great day. Frank, go get some help.
No, I don't need help, baby.
So somebody in the comments.
I'll expect your apology later on.
No, I don't. You don't need my apology. You need help, buddy.
No, you need it. Then you're going to be evil and unhappy. So
don't be disrespectful because we can't have an honest conversation if you're disrespectful, right? Because I'm not going to sit here and say let you speak if you're disrespectful to everybody else who's sitting here. And that's what they
called us names: bitch, cunt, whores. I need help. Everyone needs help. That's what he does.
Okay,
that's not what I do.
My curiosity is this, Dave.
Slander me.
This is how when I have a blab. This is how I run my. This is your blab?
Yeah, it's David Devils.
I run mine is I'm more curious as to what his thinking is, what the
this whole room got created due to the fact that we had trolls on here last night.
Okay.
When I say trolls,
we
had trolls on here last night.
Okay.
And it was a gentleman on here earlier that was just trolling the hell out of everyone in their blabs, hopping in. And after that, it was just at the point that he was a complete asshole where we literally had the entire team of Blab, block him.
Okay.
Get him off the platform. So that was going on all through night. Then Frank, started his own Blab. Then he had all of his people from whatever site he came from come in, and there was a whole lot of bullshit that was going on with it.
Like the Crips and the Bloods. It was like a Blab war.
It was bullshit that was going on with him and the people that he brought to the platform. So therefore, I'm like, you know what, fucking, I'm just gonna create a room and just, have, a decent conversation with several people. And so he came in, some of his friends came in, a couple of them I ended up blocking. So therefore, I turned around and it was like, okay. So then I allow, I'm going to keep jacking your name up, I'm sorry.
Okay.
YOLO, Ryan to come in, and ever since then I had Ryan in. Then all of a sudden turns around and, the comments kept blowing up about he's a pedophile, he's a pedophile, he's a pedophile. So therefore, Ryan turned around, looked at the comments and was like,
Yeah, I didn't say it. I saw it.
Yeah. She was like, well, why is people, keep calling you a pedophile?
Okay.
He decides to bring up the 14-year-old thing. So therefore, that's when this wonderful conversation got started.
Okay.
And this Blab has been going on since 3 o'clock. I have changed the topic like
fucking mouth. 3 o'clock where? Eastern or Pacific?
I'm Central.
I've been up all night. I didn't even
We
sleep.
have been up all night.
So I'm tired.
So therefore, this Blab has been going on, and he decides to spill his heart out towards a group of strangers that don't know him, and decide to bring up that, he was 18 and slept with a 14-year-old, and decided to bring it up. So therefore, I'm gonna let the room keep going, and as I see parents are pissed off about this, and I want people to voice their opinions about the situation that's going on.
Wait, but that's the issue in the comments are not 1814. The issue is that there's conjecture that Frank thinks that between 10 and 14, you can make your decision of whether or not you're ready. Frank, is that correct? Do you think that?
No.
So do you think that a 10-year-old at any time with anyone is ready to have sex?
No.
11?
No.
12?
No.
13?
No.
So 14 is your cutoff?
Yeah.
Okay. So at 14, but then there's an upper level cutoff.
When I was 18. Not...
Okay. So just so we were all on the same page so I can understand, whatever he said before I came in here, I have no idea. I'm just trying to understand. So for you, the lowest level of sex is 14 and the highest age is 18? Or is it 19?
I don't know about 19. Maybe.
How about 20?
Not really.
Okay. How about 23?
Hell no.
23, 14 is bad. How about 21?
No. 18 is about it.
So, okay. So for you, it's 18, 14.
I didn't even like 18 when I got older. I was like, what the fuck? 18? She was 14? Yeah.
So my confusion is this.
I was a kid. I know what I was doing. I was in love. You don't know what you do when you're in love. You have no fucking clue.
I agree with everybody in this chat who says
that like drugs. I don't take drugs, but
Frank, stop cutting people off, please. Stop cutting people off.
It's okay.
My last final warning.
Trust me, I'm not cutting her off.
Frank, it's okay. It's not. You know what? I don't blame him for feeling defensive. I don't blame the people. I think there's been probably some things that you've said, like you've said to me right now, or 5 minutes ago. It depends, 10, 11, 12. It depends on who they are and if they're ready, because you're talking about other countries. And so I think there is some disconnect that you have with what is appropriate probably. I have no idea, but I think we can all agree that pedophilia is, in the real sense, an adult with a minor.
Right.
18.
A child, really, not just a minor. You dog all right?
I hope not.
What? You don't love your dogs? I love dogs. Oh, shit.
That is where we are calling him a child molester and not a pedophile. It's still against the law. And I get that it's still against the law. Okay. I don't necessarily agree that a child molester is someone who's 18 and the kid is 14. I don't necessarily agree that that's true. I know it's the law. But I don't necessarily, 14 is young. I have a 13-year-old daughter who's gorgeous. She's 5'6". She looks like she's 21 all day. And she is very modest, 13, 14, 15. I don't see it for a long time in her future, but I was 16. I was actually 17. So when I first had sex, but I was definitely, I don't remember, but I know I was making out and I was doing other stuff, right, Ryan, when we were like 14, 15. I mean, it must have been, I was in high school.
Yeah.
Okay, not Ryan. Okay, not you.
Not
me.
Ryan.
Okay, so high school-ish. I'll give. Wait, I'll tell you this.
Frank said that I was ugly, and that's why I probably didn't have sex at 14.
Frank, that's douchey.
No, she was being mean to me. So when someone's mean to me, I put them in their place.
Frank, you can't honestly
She was attacking me.
with a mirror condemn anybody else's looks if you have a mirror in your house. Am I wrong?
I'm not bad looking.
For who?
For a lot of people. I'm 55 years old. What do you expect me to look like?
I'm 49 years old. I expect you not to look like tired and like shit.
I didn't sleep all night, baby.
No, I get it. Oh, don't call me baby.
I'm sorry. I talk to girls like that.
So I dated someone. Wait, this is a fact. Wait, you guys can all gang up on me because my boyfriend was a sophomore in high school. I was out of high school working. And so he was 15. I was 18. Yeah. And that's what happened. And there was a time when there was a 4-year age difference. So I would go to work in the garment center in Manhattan. I give him my car and $20 every day. And we definitely, I was 18, he was 50. We were definitely having sex. I was 18 and he was my boyfriend. So, and I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. I'm really more interested in talking about the fact that everybody.
But there's people going to have a problem with you now.
No, nobody's going to have a problem with me.
Oh, yeah?
Because this is the problem that people are having with you, Frank. A little bit, I think, because you're talking a bit out of both sides of your face because for whatever reason,
not really.
You kind of like people to think that you think something and maybe you don't really think that. Like you've said right here that 10, 11, 12, depending on how they act. And then on the other side, you've said.
No, not 10, 11, 12.
Okay, so 13.
That's in other countries, I said.
Right, and that's not appropriate. Wouldn't you agree?
Of course, I said it's not.
Okay, so if he said it's not, I don't understand where we even are. Why, Ryan, tell me why we're here. Because if he is agreeing that 10, 11,
we're here because the 14 and 18-year-old Raven and other girls are going nuts on me thinking that's bad. But it's not. She's not a freaking child.
It's really there was just a boy who was brought up on rape charges, who was in an Ivy League school, who was with a 15-year-old girl, and he was 18. And Frank is correct in that if he was found guilty, well, actually, he was found guilty of some charges where he does have to now register as a sex offender forever, which... Hold on. My murderer is here. I hired him to kill me. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Jacob got no audio, I think. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Gotta reboot.
So having somebody register as a sex offender for 18, 14 forever is something that we really need to look at, really specifically case by case, and see.
So her mother and my mother knew we were, hooking up kind of. So they didn't say, hey, you can't go visit her. My mother knew I was going to visit her in Long Island, right? I was in Brooklyn. And she didn't say, hey, you can't go see her. She's too young.
Right.
And her mother didn't say, hey, what are you doing? Get out of here.
Right.
So it was consented. It's legal. That's it.
It's not whether it's legal or not. it's because
and it wasn't pedophile because she wasn't a child. She was a young adult, a teenager.
I understand that, but in real life, it is statutory rape. And if her mother decided, you know what?
But that's what I'm saying. I won't change the law because it's idiotic. So I didn't rape her.
Okay, but I don't disagree that you did. I don't have any idea what happened. And it is the law, but I don't think that the people on the side are arguing the law. I think that they're concerned, from what I understand, that because I hear the word pedophile being thrown around.
They throw that around a lot.
Okay, and that's a really very
almost everybody.
Specific, that is a very specific mindset, and that label gets put on with a lot of thought. And so my concern a little bit is that I hear Frank, from what I'm saying, talking about 1814, and I hear him saying anything under 14 in his mind, or what, let me ask you this, Frank, 1425?
No, it's not good.
No, 1420?
Not really, 1418.
So he's at 1418, and you guys...
I just made it even that's cutting it close.
I get that you all might not agree that that's okay, and I appreciate that. I have a 13-year-old daughter, and I understand that. But unless Frank says something different to me right now, this isn't really... You need somebody else in that hot seat who says that, you know what?
I expose pedophiles, and they're trying to make me look like one.
Somebody else should be in the hot seat that says, you know, I'm 25 and I have a girlfriend who's 14 and she's really mature. Or I'm 22 and I have a 15-year-old girlfriend, but she's really mature. There's a disconnect. I don't agree that 14 is not okay, but 14 to 18 is it's not the same as other age differences.
Like a 12-year-old would be bad.
An 18-year-old boy.
18 and a 12-year-old would be bad.
Especially an 18-year-old boy who may be immature, especially an 18-year-old boy who has experienced what he feels is
I was a child. I was a freaking kid.
You weren't a kid at 18.
Not a kid, but I was a young adult, but I still wasn't mature.
Right. So me, what you're saying is, for you, Frank, you came into that relationship with some sort of a feeling of being damaged anyway, because you said that the relationship with your brother was uncomfortable. And then you went and did it again.
As I got older. When I was 18, I thought it was perfectly fine. When I got older.
Well.
When I was 50.
Okay, but
wait a minute, Frank. You were speaking on it as though you were very proud in describing her hips and everything.
No, not proud. She was very sexy. She was hot. She looked like a woman, adult.
You're not getting all of us parents, that doesn't make
Look at a 14-year-old right now. Look at a 14-year-old and then look at like a 25-year-old. Listen.
Hello.
You're not listening.
Hold on.
Look at a 14-year-old and look at a 25-year-old. She kind of looked like a 25-year-old with hips and a swan's neck. And she was tall, 5'8". No, 5'10". And big eyes.
Okay, look.
Special contact lenses.
My daughter is 13. Right? Can you see her?
Yeah.
Ooh, hands up, Frank. Hands up.
Okay. Hands up, don't squirt. Okay? So that's my daughter, and she's 13. Clearly.
It's a cute position, but...
She looks like she could be 21.
I don't know about 21, but...
You understand that would be inappropriate, right? Because she's a kid.
Yeah.
For anybody, even they're 18, 17. Now, there is a difference, though, if they're 12 on 12, because I heard you guys talk about 12 on 12, and that's just sexual experimentation.
Yes.
That's a totally different, you're lumping like a whole bunch of different things into one category, and they really need to be separated.
So I was saying 14 on a 14-year-old. That's fine. Everybody's fine with that. They don't like because, they're 14 still. They don't want the kid having sex. But it's not against the law.
I agree with you.
Yeah. So what's the freaking big deal? 4 years difference. I was only 4 years older.
Difference.
They allow her to have sex at 14, which means she's not a child. They don't let killed kids have sex.
No. It doesn't mean that she's not a child. She still is a child because it does matter if she has.
I don't think of her as a child because to me a child is.
Well.
12.
No.
11, 10.
Wait. So if she were 14, and you were 19, then you would consider her a child. So you don't kind of get to consider her a child.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's too much of a difference, like.
Well, no, because she's
still not a child.
Wait, Frank.
Teenagers are adults.
No, well, okay, you don't have any kids, so you're not aware when you're 13, 14, 15, and you weren't a kid.
No, I know. I know.
You're not really able to make
I wouldn't want my kid to have sex with an 18-year-old if she was 14 either.
Well, I actually, I'm in the middle on 18, 14. Actually, that's the truth. And I think what's happened here, so like everybody in the sideline is saying that you're backpedaling and you're not saying what you've been saying consistently.
Like what? Tell me.
I don't know. I wasn't here.
I'll answer any question you put to me.
Is my mic working?
Backpedaling something?
Jacob, I can't believe you look like that. That is
Bring it up.
so
I'll prove
weird.
I'm not backpedaling nothing.
Chris, why are you disappointed? Chris is disappointed in me. And I think that people are going to say that I sided with Frank. And I can only understand.
No child should be having sex with anyone.
Not a child.
That's not reality. That's not real life.
Doesn't matter if it's not reality.
Guys, let's talk about puberty. Let's talk about puberty and why puberty happens at the age it happens.
Yeah, what the hell is puberty? I want to know.
Why does puberty happen between the ages of 12 and 15?
Is that like when you get your period? Is that what that is? What is that?
Like that's when our bodies start becoming sexual and our minds have to catch up to it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Again, we all have urges.
Right.
And from what I was gathering before, people are angry at Frank, I think, like this whole like adult-child distinction. That's like when a child has grown through sexually, they've gotten their head around what sex means, and then it's sort of an adult has more capability of deciding, whether the sex is good, whether it's appropriate, who it will affect, blah, blah, blah. But, and like, Frank was 18 when he had sex with his 14-year-old. And already in this chat, we've already established that an 18-year-old isn't mentally capable enough to sort of, they're not an adult yet. So have they technically taken advantage of a 14-year-old?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I fell in love. Forget it. I was in freaking delusion. Love is a delusion, by the way. Everybody in love? You're in delusion right now. Unless you're on the same level and you met on the dating site.
Then you started speaking
then you'll be in love instead of falling in love.
Then you started speaking as a 55-year-old man as though it was okay now.
No, I never said it's okay now to be with a young kid. See, where'd you get that from?
Videos.
My own videos?
You're
you think
on
I wanted to
video
have sex with a young kid in my own videos? Did you watch my own video? Wait, did you watch it?
Frank, you've been on here 2 hours.
No, not Frank. Did you watch my own videos? No, you didn't. You just told me today.
I have seen all of your stuff. All of it.
You see my stuff?
And I was in your last Blab.
But you seen my video?
Ryan, what did he say?
Overnight?
Yeah, so much.
You seen the treadmill video?
Frank, Ryan, what did he say that chafed your ass so much that this is really about for you?
What it's about for me, like I said, Davon was saying, it just brought us all in here discussing about trolls in general. Okay. But what it's about for me, because I was just in here, was the fact that it's not okay and in general. But there has been links and things added, and unfortunately, on these things and these damn chats, they scroll up and scroll up and scroll up. Okay, so then it's hard to go back. Now, I have gone to Frank's little website that he has, and he has crazy talks there to himself. He paints himself with a brush and says it feels good. He has websites that he goes into.
It feels good. What do you want me to do?
That are inappropriate. That
I feel like it.
Be quiet.
I'm sorry. Okay.
He goes into websites that are for children. He has people that have him on video.
What a nut.
Says that 10, 11, and 12, and 13, 14. I'm not going to say it again. I've already told you this, Elise, that he said it's okay if they are ready. And now you ask him, and the man says no.
Okay, so let's agree with this.
There wouldn't be this many people in this room if the whole Blab community wasn't pissed.
Okay,
because it's a touchy subject.
Like Ryan said that he's done these things. Can someone post a link or something? because otherwise we're just taking her word for it. But we're on the internet.
You're way too high, and it's not just my word. No. I
understand. It's not just your word; it's other people's words as well. But I'm just saying we're on the internet, so we can post this stuff, so we can see for ourselves.
Okay, so let me just say this, and this is really an important part of this conversation. Am I echoing? Echo.
So Ron, you said I wanted kids. Is that what you said? I said on my website.
Conversation is that there are people that look like Frank. Actually, Frank looks like a child molester in real life. Like that's what you would think.
How would you know what a child molester looks like? It could be anybody.
The gap in his teeth and the hair and the shape.
Look at my tooth. Look.
Exactly.
It's terrible. I broke it when I was a kid.
You, Frank, and I would say to my kids.
I broke my tooth when I was a kid. I got root canal.
I would say to my kids, you guys, this is the monster you need to stay away from. But in reality, they look like Jacob too. So the problem is here, okay, the real conversation is that whether Frank is or is not a child molester is that it could be anybody. Do I know if it's Frank or not? That's not really important. You're not going to change Frank's thinking at all. He's not going to all of a sudden say something brilliant. So really what should happen is the Blab should move from let's vilify Frank or let's beat on Frank's ass to how do we help our children not become victims of child molestation? Because that's really the issue, right?
Exactly,
Frank is the problem. Frank is the problem. Let's just say, Frank, I'm labeling you a pedophile now. Now you're a pedophile for life. You should be a sex offender.
Like Frank has all like the physical characteristics of what we think is a pedophile, but let's be honest, most pedophiles are parents. Like that's statistics. Most pedophiles are parents.
Frank looks like.
Let me ask you this question. If I was a pedophile,
that's why the name of the room got changed. So, do you believe a man should have sex with a 14-year-old?
Right. But Frank can't be. But that's not the conversation we're having.
Frank only
first of all, an 18-year-old ain't really a man.
Frank only jumped in because he wanted to, Elise.
Right. But the conversation has become all about Frank and whether we think Frank's a pedophile.
Frank threw himself out there and said, hey, look, I did.
The chat attacked me. So
everybody beat on me, and he loves it.
The cyberbully attacked me. I answered it. I love it because this is what I get everywhere I go.
Right. So there's. So let's agree, Ryan, that there is some kind of an issue with Frank, right? Whatever it may be, he makes everybody feel uncomfortable. So the way to change that, honestly, if somebody's at your house and they make you uncomfortable, you kick them out of your house. And then you all can have a conversation about how maybe to change, how to help our children not become victims of pedophilia. That's the real issue.
Or if I was a pedophile, wouldn't you try to get me out of it or try to cure me? I mean, what the hell? Instead of crucifying me, if I was a pedophile, this is what you do with a pedophile? You attack him like a nut?
No, well, you can't really cure pedophilia. So, hold on 1 second. Here.
Okay.
You want me? Oh, hi.
Because it's in them. It's in their mind. Yeah.
So, I don't really, Frank is so like, I mean, it's fun. I would love nothing more than to kick someone's ass. And Frank, you are so easy, honestly. And I think that people are angry about this topic. And so, but Frank is just, right now, he's just a symbol of what is upsetting everybody. So take Frank out of it and talk about, some solutions.
They can't.
Well, it's not that they can't. It's
they can't stop talking about me.
Well, earlier
everywhere I go, they don't stop.
Earlier, Frank said that the solution can't be solved because that they all have hormones. And then that's when I should go grab my daughter and ask her if she wants to have sex.
So Frank, what do you think about that?
What was that? What the hell was that?
All kids have hormones, and that if you go into puberty when you're 11, then you really can't control what your kids do. Is that what you're saying, Ryan?
That's what he said earlier, that it didn't matter.
What? No. I said you can't stop your kid from having sex like when they're 14 with someone they're in love with. They'll hate your guts. They'll run away.
Same page.
They'll move out.
He thinks it's okay for pedophiles.
You gotta play the sicko, ODP. See, now you're playing a whack job. Who's playing that? You, Ryan?
I am.
Oh, you are? He's a sick fuck.
Doing that shit. He's,
he's demented. You'll see.
He's listening to your website.
I understand. I got it.
So then why is he sick?
Let me get to the point.
I expose him on my website. That's why he's sick. OnlineDatingPimp.com. That's him. I registered the name.
off of what you said earlier tonight, Frank.
Okay, so I'm without listening to everything.
Right, you gotta watch that another time, and you could.
I'm not without listening to everything. How come with you?
Crazy.
How come with you comes the baggage of being labeled a pedophile? Why is that following you?
Because that idiot you were just listening to, him and Corey Beffett, stalked me from Battle Cam because I was becoming famous on there. They wanted to put me on film on TV because I was a great broadcaster, and they hated my goddamn guts. And they all battled to be on cam, to be on TV, to try to earn a living and whatnot.
What is this about being famous? That's all I've been hearing all night.
I think right now he thinks he's famous because 300.
No, a lot of people do know me. I'm very, very well known.
No one in Blab knows you.
No, not here. Not here.
Okay, you just had to come on this platform and give personal information out towards a community that don't even know you at all. That's
your audio went out
right now.
Frank, did you admit to it being okay to masturbate to child porn?
Yes, I do.
Do I admit to being okay to masturbate to child porn? No. I said that. This is funny.
See?
I said that. Let me talk. Let me talk.
Oh, you want
watch the video?
Let me talk.
Why don't you watch my video? I said that. You know when I masturbate to porn, right? Because I love women. I masturbate to porn online, right? Because I don't have a girlfriend. So when I do that, there's no way I'm gonna go out and rape somebody. I wouldn't do it anyway. But once you come, you're relaxed. No tension. So if a pedophile masturbates to something, I'm not saying child porn.
I'm talking about that.
But when they masturbate to something,
you never answer her question. Get to the point. She asked
when they masturbate to something, they don't go out to rape kids, attack kids. I'm trying to stop them from fucking getting kids, and you're trying to make me look like I'm a pedestal supporter.
No, let me ask you specifically, and this is a really not a hard question.
Okay. Do
you think it's okay for men, adults, to masturbate to child porn?
No.
Okay, but what I believe you just said, if I'm not mistaken, is that I would rather have them.
It's the lesser of two evils, but I wouldn't want that.
Wait, Frank, let her finish. Please stop cutting people off, okay? Let her finish.
What I hear you saying is at least they're doing it in their house and they're not molesting children.
Yeah, but not to child porn.
That's not what you actually said.
What did I say?
You actually said at least they're not out raping little kids.
Yeah, but what did I say they're looking at?
If they're looking at any kind of child pornography, whether it's children just being naked, children being fondled, children...
I didn't say that.
Well, I'm telling you what the broad general definition of child pornography is. So my question is...
right now they got these sex dolls. Kid dolls. If they can do that...
Understand this. If you want to be a douche, I'm not gonna tolerate it. I'm out. Okay, right?
Okay, talk.
Right? I can't listen.
Sorry,
stop, Frank, please. Stop. Let her finish talking, okay? Let her finish talking.
Well, I'm saying.
I had no damn sleep over bullshit on this platform all night.
Me neither.
Avon, let me ask you this, because this is important. And Frank, don't speak. Mute yourself for a minute. Like literally mute yourself. Why are you so upset? Why haven't you kicked him out and blocked him?
We want to get to the point because before the rush of everyone on the platform came on, we had a person that was similar towards him. We had same bullshit. The person was found out after money was given to him, and we had the same bullshit last time. So therefore, the reason why I'm letting this go on is because I want him to expose himself. I want him to be, if he's saying what he is, then therefore people know now not to deal with him on this platform. So therefore, he's basically giving everyone a chance, like he's saying, honest, Frank, well, you've been honest about something and we ban a damn fool like you on this platform. So therefore, I'd rather for him to expose himself now than later on down the line, people start feeling sorry or go and do a damn fundraiser or feel sorry for him later on. Then when the truth come out, people that invested all this damn money into this asshole. So therefore, I'm letting him expose himself now. So therefore, it's being told now.
Exactly.
Hold on a second. So in other words, Devon, what you're saying is you're bringing to the forefront that this particular person is an asshole, and as a community, we should ban him, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So if that's the case, then really what you need to do is take it to Blab. But
it's been recorded and Blab been...
That's not what we do with the First Amendment, and that's not what Blab does. Okay, I don't think. So in reality, Frank only has this platform because this is the top Blab, but in real life, there's no evidence of that he's doing anything other than being a douche.
Yeah,
right?
true.
He talks out of both sides of his face. The First Amendment allows him to say anything he wants.
Yeah,
we can talk about the KKK. We can talk about da-da-da. We can talk about anything. And really, if we don't like him as a community, you just don't let him in your house. And if people are so fucking stupid as to have a Blabathon for Frank, I'm next, right? Because I need something. I don't know what it is. So we're not going to change. 1 second, Ryan. I'm sorry. We're not going to change Frank from being Frank, but we can certainly say, get the fuck out of my house. I've done that. So that's that, Devon. Own your own room.
Oh yeah, I'm on it about it. I wanted this conversation.
But I think it's a good conversation. I think pedophilia is a really good conversation. I think it's really important. I think that us not believing Frank is important because what we're saying is, you know what, we're concerned about our kids and we're worried and we're not sure. And I think Frank can be an example of what we might be concerned about and then take him out of the room and have a real conversation without him. But to go over the same shit over and over again, you said this, you said that, it's kind of like spinning on a wheel a little bit. You know what I mean? Ryan, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to not let you speak.
It's all right. I was going to say that I forget what the age is here. I believe it's either 13 or 14 because this goes through Twitter or something.
13.
So like Davon was saying, it makes sense to me also because the information is key. Because our children and someone else's children and your child at least or whatever could be on here with him. And I don't want your child, his child, my child, or any of their children in the room with him.
But I
want everyone to know that.
Okay, and I agree with you. However, I have also been labeled as being kid not friendly, and I am, and I get it. And when I know there's a kid in my room, I kick them out.
You make a room that says 18 plus or whatever.
Always. I don't always. Because then what happens is I'm labeled like a triple X person where people are going to think they're going to see like me naked and they're not. So the thing about it is that we need to be, I think Blab is going to continue to be a community of people that speak. I'm not a triple X person. I'm totally not. I'm not a triple X person. Just because I say vagina, that doesn't make me a triple X person. I specifically spoke with Furkan and Sean, and I said, what am I allowed to say specifically? What words can I say? What can I not say? Is this XM radio or is it FM radio? And they said XM. And the point is that my kids at 13, forget about what happens in my house. They don't have Blab. They're not going to have Blab. They don't have Facebook. That's my house. I'm controlling my environment. So I can't be, and I had another conversation with Brittany, responsible for other people's children. I cannot free think and have free adult talk and do whatever I want here and be consumed with who's 14 in here. That can't be my thought. And if I do want to have that thought, then my conversation should be about something different and not about blowjobs, because that would be just crazy talk. Right?
That's completely different if that's what you're talking about. And then all of a sudden it takes off into blowjobs or vaginas or whatever. Hold on. So then that's where you go. I've been in those talks with you. I don't have a problem with that. Okay. But if I happen to run by his room, say 2 days from now,
right,
and I see a child that looks like your kid,
right,
the age group,
right,
I'm not going to want her in there, and I'm going to side note her, and I'm going to DM her. I'm going to do whatever I can and say, get the fuck out of there.
That's a good idea.
Okay, so that's all I mean. But this stuff is completely different to what we're talking about here, Elise.
No, I agree with you. I think that if you see a kid that's in here, but you are also not your brother's child's keeper. I agree that as a community, we should try to protect the children that are in here. I do that in my room. When I see there's a kid, I block them.
That's a mama bear thing.
In reality, they can still listen, just so you know. They can't be on screen, but they can still listen. So
I understand that.
The Blab issue.
I understand that. But you know what? Listening to Frank as much, if that's all they can do is listen, oh well, but at least he doesn't have the issue of sitting there and getting their info and stuff. He has people's phone numbers.
Oh, I understand exactly what you're talking about. And I actually had a conversation.
He has people's phone numbers, Elise.
I don't disagree with you. And I think that grooming children on the internet is dangerous. And I think it's very easy. And I actually got a girl's address on Blab. She was 13 or 14. I got her address. I got her name.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to her, because she said that she was safe on the internet. And I said, I just want you to know I can come to your house tonight and I can steal you and kill you. Because I know exactly.
Okay, hold on. Frank, you're pissing people off on this chat. You are following people that do not want you to follow them.
Well, you could kick them out. You could block. You can.
Some people don't know how to work their stuff.
Well, you know what? He can
go into your followers and kick them out.
He could follow me all day long.
Why are you doing that?
Who?
Frank, why are you following people that make bad comments about you? Stop.
Who cares? Who cares what he does?
It does matter. At least it's the whole point of this damn thing.
But you can't control other people's behavior. You just can't. And that's
the dogs are howling.
You know,
Hey,
Frank,
stop
honestly,
that.
He's like a
Give me
black
that.
box to me right now. He's not relevant to any of this conversation.
Could I talk? What is this, dictatorship?
Hey, Seven, if you want to jump in, I'll get out.
Can I talk for a minute?
Like 30 seconds.
Oh my God, that's dictatorship. That's bad, baby.
That's all I can take. Don't call me baby. That really makes me feel creepy.
What can I call you that's not creepy?
It is creepy.
Now, if I follow people you don't like it, just don't follow me. Just block me, whatever it is. You don't want to talk, you don't want to hang out, don't.
Yeah.
I figure I'll follow some people, meet some conversations or whatever. You don't want to talk to me, don't talk to me. Hey, I broadcast my own room. I don't need none of you.
If you guys don't think there are going to be like-minded pedophiles on here that group together and start talking amongst themselves, you're wrong. That's what happens when you have an open community.
And we have the prime example
So,
right here.
Let's say, for example, I was a pedophile, right?
Absolutely right. And
What if I was one?
Right.
Wouldn't you want to talk to me about it?
I am talking to you about it. However,
Right. Instead of her, Ryan, and everybody crucifying me, don't you want to talk to me about it and see what makes me tick?
Remember,
if you think I'm one?
Remember I told you that I watched all of your website?
Yeah.
Okay, well, your website has been printed here multiple times for people to see.
Good.
Why on your website do you always talk about young girls that are under the age?
I don't always talk about young girls that are under the age. See, what you say, come up with people's phone numbers. What's wrong with you?
I just asked you a question and all you're going to say is, no, I don't?
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I don't always talk about girls under age. What the hell?
Okay, well, post your little video feed there so everybody can see it again. Because yes, you do.
Oh, my website? HonestandFrank.com. HonestFrank.com. It'll bring it in.
Jeff, this is batshit crazy.
HonestandFrankVideos.com.
I interviewed a woman who had
I'll post that for you.
The Statue of Liberty, and you're pretty much right up there with somebody who has a relationship with the Statue. You guys, honestly, this is not something that you can control. You're not going to, Ryan, you're not going to move his position, not for a second.
So if somebody was a pedo, what would you do? You just like want to kill him, get him out of here, and just like hate him? I mean,
yeah, that would be.
Don't you want to know what makes him tick? so you could like understand it more.
Explain to us. Do tell us. Do tell us.
I would, but I'm not a pedophile.
Do tell us. You bringing it up.
I'm just saying he's accusing me of one. If you found one, what would you do? You crucify them and ban them, and that's it? I mean,
like you have been bringing a whole nother
wait a minute.
topic.
Would a pedophile be on this website? There really ain't kids here, really, are there?
Right now,
to be on this site?
no, because I will know every child that's on this platform. And right now, there's all adults in this room, and there's also adults in this room that are parents.
Yeah, but are there any kids allowed on this site? What's
Yes.
the age limit? What's
Yes.
the age limit? I didn't look at the term.
Oh, don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Oh my God! Come on. I broadcast on Spreecast. You see all my videos there?
13 and up, Frank.
Baby. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't call you, Elise. You go crazy with that. Did you see my videos on Spreecast or battlecam.com/honestfrank, capital H, capital F?
No.
Well, check it out.
I don't want to.
The parent.
I'm a star. I'm sorry.
I don't want to check it out. I have absolutely no. My time has value.
See, I'm going to be like the most famous person in the world, and you're missing out on me.
You sound like the version of the kid troll that was trolling everyone.
Right.
The kid troll and is at the point now where
I don't troll nobody. You don't want to talk to me, I'll leave.
Right. I would say get the fuck out.
You haven't left.
You want me to leave?
Fuck out. Yes.
So Allison, but you did the same thing.
Get the fuck out.
You were 18
Yay.
or whatever, and you wanted somebody younger.
This.
I need to give Ryan lean to your left. I'll give you a little massage.
This way?
No, preferably your back, but that's weird.
Where's my back?
I exposed the
not
fucking
mine.
bed.
No, you got to turn the other way.
This way?
The other way.
Yeah.
The other way.
Exposed the bed.
A little more. Back up. The other way.
Bed.
Stand up.
Stand up.
I'm not touching you. That's it. I offered to touch you, and now I'm not touching you.
No, I want my massage.
What's wrong with your back?
At least your hands are on the wrong side. That's why. It's a mirror.
God, I was like,
I'm over here.
I need you to fish on that.
Yes.
It never looks the same for what we're looking at.
That is complicated. This is like math right now. I don't know what you're saying.
There you go, right there. You're touching her hand. You're touching. No, keep going. You'll touch her head.
No, the opposite way. The opposite way.
No, I know. Yeah, this way, right.
Which way am I doing? Wait, hold on.
You're going towards her right now. Oh.
Am I not correct?
Oh goodness.
No, you're not correct.
Elise finally made it.
Wrong with you.
It's like if you don't want to be here, then get the fuck out.
No, if you don't want him here, if you don't want him in your house, kick him out, you guys.
Well, no, she came out of the shower here and she goes, "Where did he go?" Said he left.
Interesting. The truth of the matter is, this is the truth. The reason there's so many people here is because this is interesting. It's titillating. It's exciting. It's like watching Jerry Springer. That's why there are so many people here. And once we start having a normal conversation about pedophilia, there will be 17 people in this room, and we'll have a nice, very clinical conversation, and it won't be like a lynching, right? So that's why this is so popular.
He was a little bit, he's a little bit too much. So that was why.
Well, what? Yeah. You know what? What? It's all, if you consider that this is television, right, and this is reality TV, and step back,
sure,
you think it's real life.
Exactly.
A little bit differently.
That's a good point.
What was that?
Well, she's over here talking. I'm sorry. She says, if someone called me a pedophile and I wasn't a pedophile, I would leave because I would be upset. But he did not leave, and that's a good point.
I don't leave.
That's neither here nor there. I think that the truth of the matter is
people would fucking leave, though. They don't want to be called a pedophile.
Or they would defend themselves.
They would get pissed off, right? Defend themselves, pissed off, or leave. He did neither.
Sounds like
he explains.
He was justifying. At some points, he was justifying his thinking, which is fuck. That's why I kind of wanted to get on and understand. Are you really saying what you're saying right now, or do you know what you're saying? And then have him explain it. But nobody would ever get to that point because Elise would start talking, or somebody would start talking. So that point would never get addressed because he was just running around the issues.
But who's this?
I needed to directly ask him.
Wait, a pedophile. Wait a second. He's not going to answer your question, Jay.
No, I'm not saying answer your question directly. I'm saying, okay, why do you think that? He says, okay, I thought this way of this person or this way. Okay, what makes your mind think like that? What makes you think like,
I think he actually answered a lot of questions.
He started a blog. That's his
job. But he ran around the answers. Yeah, but he ran around them.
What I also noticed,
I ran around them.
I ran around. Obviously, I understand. I'm a parent myself, and I have opinions about this as well. But everybody was sort of ranting him. But he was, he was there. He was
getting beat up. He was getting beat up.
Yeah, and
absolutely. I commend him for that. But I have no
grounds there. It's maybe, a lot of people didn't agree. And obviously, Ryan, I maybe you've read some of my comments, and I didn't want to be, like an asshole, which I can be every once in a while, but it felt a bit like, you were really becoming emotional, and that was not,
But it's an upsetting topic for Ryan.
Yeah, especially for a mother. I mean, I could only imagine.
Well, because I was the only girl at the platform for about an hour, and he told me to go get my child.
Yeah, no, I couldn't believe it. He's like, go ask your 14-year-old daughter.
My heart has been racing ever since, and normally, literally, when my kids wake up in the morning, they'll come and give me a hug for school or whatever. And the very first time on Blab history, I literally hold on, I got to give my child a hug.
Well, they are fucking bullies.
It was over the top.
Yeah. However, it was interesting, I have to say.
It was definitely, but
you do all understand that Frank has a slight disconnect in reality, right?
It's huge. He's delusional.
Right. So
he's definitely a narcissist.
More of like a patient than not.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He just came in here and put in his Blab channel,
and that's okay. I mean, you don't have to watch it. I just looked at his.
I just thought it was funny.
I looked at his GoFundMe, which is totally interesting. But I mean, he's a little bit of a mental patient.
There was something that I did not really understand, Ryan. You were telling him that he should stop following people in the comments. I just did not,
You're delusional.
Why did I say that's what you're asking?
Yeah.
Well, because all these people on the side were saying, "Stop following me, stop," and they can't speak. When you're in the comment section, I know what it's like to be in the comment section. It kind of sucks because you feel like,
Yeah, but that's part of Blab,
I'm over here, and I've been there, and so I saw.
I didn't see the comments to stop.
Saying, stop! Tell them to stop. So I finally interrupted everyone, and I was like, "Stop following people. You're pissing people off."
You can't have someone unfollow you. You can't block them.
No.
No, not yet. No.
So that's a Blab issue. So Blab needs to fix that, right?
Okay, Frank is still listening, obviously.
That's
Frank, first of all, I think you sit your ground there.
From me.
Block me or ban me from
Not all,
honest,
like Frank. We're not all dictators here because I've been listening and I've,
I'm pretty much a dictator.
Most of them.
I think if I had my druthers,
sorry,
that's what I would have, a dictatorship.
Well,
or maybe I'd be a queen or something like that. Something a little nicer. But I'd probably wind up like Kim Jong. I'm just saying that's what would happen.
It's interesting because we actually still have 50 people watching this Blab. So it was
one comment by Elise at one point that said, "Elise, while we're talking about this certain topic, can you please show everyone that you're not naked?"
That's my thing now. I have to.
Yeah, I know.
It started that way.
I didn't sleep all night.
So I can't ever look clothed, which now that Frank is here, I feel a little bit dirty.
Right?
But you know what? It's the internet, and I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. So
so many people like
sticking with me with this Blab.
I wonder how many weeks from now Elise will have him in her hot seat, though. I really do.
I'm not gonna. There's a couple of people that I won't actually have as a guest.
Okay.
That I don't like.
Okay.
Frank's not going to be a guest on my show. I just don't like him. I don't find.
That's not your cup of tea either. The stuff that you do.
Huh?
That's not your cup of tea and the stuff that you do anyway.
No, there's a few people that I just don't like. I don't want them in my house or my show or whatever. So.
Right.
I'm one of them.
No, Jordy, you're allowed in my house.
Oh, can I come to your house?
You can come to my house, despite what I think, despite my better judgment.
I'll go back to
you're okay.
For a white chick, I get it. And she drops the mic.
I really don't like to broadcast around people. They're very sick.
Dave, Devin over here said that it looks like you need XOs.
Yeah, you need a hug.
He's so stressed.
Stupid, and they'll want to gang up on me.
All night chasing the fucking troll off of the platform from.
I'm out.
That was funny.
No, come here.
I slept because of it.
We have not slept. The room was created because of a troll.
Right.
Then it turned into the Frank bullshit.
Yeah.
And then he just wanting to out himself, and I'm like, you know what? Sometimes he's like, you know what? Let's keep this conversation going.
Elise, you should ask Colin about the troll.
Harry,
he was there.
That's it.
I don't know. Quite honestly, I think that you guys
exit. Right, fuck that nudge out. Anyway. Yeah, so that's what I get. Everywhere I fucking go. Because I'm fucking great. Let me try to say I'm a pedophile. Well, go think I'm a pedophile. Go rot in hell. Go get a president that fucking destroys you and you have no freedom. And the cops kill you and murder you. Because that's what you got. So, enjoy it. What can I say? Right, babies? You the only one in here right now? Little baby? Yeah, right there. Hi, Dougie. Hey, Dougie. Back up, baby. Back up. Come here. Come on. Dougie, look. Look at this. Look right there. Look at them, Dougie. Look at them. Look at them. Yeah, yeah. That's so stupid, Dougie. It's so stupid. They can't stand the fact that I'm above them. That's just fucking life. I'm above a lot of people. I think I'm above everybody in the fucking world. And that's the way it is. As far as an angel is concerned, that's me. The rest of you, you got evil in you. You know you do. You lie. A lot of you lie about things. And for the wrong reasons. I lie only for the greater good and for the right reasons when I have to. Otherwise I don't. Wrap up! Yeah. I'm fucking jealous of me too, the way I look. That is what it is. What was this? I locked it? I didn't know. I didn't realize. Oh, no, it's locked. Okay. Yeah. I don't care to talk to anybody. But a lot of people won't come up and wait till they're scared. I'll expose them. That's what I do. Wrap up. They'll know they're wrong. And, the normal people will apologize. And the sick ones won't. They'll be unhappy and evil. That's the way it goes. The ones who don't admit that they're wrong, they're jealous. Dougie. Dougie. You're so good to hug. You know that? You're muscular. You got muscles. Muscles. I got a nice recording of it all. They all look like a bunch of fucking jerks because they are. They bullied me. They came me down. They stopped me from talking. Oh my God. Fucking dictators. Right, baby? Fucking dictators. Besides, lucky to have me here. Fucking lucky. Let me see. Let me save this zip file. Hold on. As long as you love me. Boom. That was funny. That was really funny. Now they're all talking stupid smack about me and shit. What a bunch of fucking jerks. Who's in here? Hey. How you doing? Dougie. Yeah, so anyway, and welcome to the Honest and Frank Show. I'm Honest Frank of honestfrank.com. I really should be sleeping. I was up all friggin' night. But what are you gonna do? Hi, do you still have the pups? Never had the fucking pups freaking texting me. Fucking cyberbully Jimmy Linguini. JimmyLinguini.com. He's sicko fuck he is. Made an ad that I had pups. The SPCA came over. I recorded them. It's on YouTube now. What am I doing? Oh yeah, time. Now it's 12:52 a.m. Hey, 12:52 a.m. September 21st. September 21st, 2015. There's me. Yeah, so anyway, they went nuts on me in there. What is the name of their room? Let me see, hold on.
And it spilled like all his shit. Like we didn't know who he was dating, who he had ever been with. And he goes, I was 19 and I fucked a 14-year-old. That was like,
y'all want me to bring him back in for a minute?
No.
Frank?
No. We kicked him out.
You're an attention whore.
He thought he said that he wanted to leave, remember?
Well, he's back.
Oh, so he wants back in. So then see, he does want to be famous.
I am famous.
Of course. Hello. No, it just depends on what show you want. But if you guys want to have someone like Frank on your show,
let him stay gone.
No, that was one time only, I would say.
you can have Frank on. Like if I wanted that kind of a heated craziness where two chicks are pulling each other's hair like this, I mean, that's kind of cool too. I don't mind that. But understand that that's what you're going to get, and don't make it like a serious conversation, because it's not. It's like not a serious conversation, right? You guys understand?
Not a serious conversation.
Hello? You're stressed out?
We're here.
Oh my God.
I mean, people, I love people that are one-off. And I like to talk to them seriously, because the more they say, the more crazy it sounds to me. I'm not here to be a therapist or help anybody or to pretend that this is anything other than...
Okay, question to you, Elise. If you're going to start a Blab somewhere this, next couple of hours, would you allow Frank coming in?
Into my seat?
God, no.
No.
Okay.
Just because he's too he's controlled well. He doesn't stay on topic. For that topic, I would have him on.
He's sick.
Okay, I mean, but yeah, he might be.
I'm not really sure. He might will talk about different things,
Yeah, I might be able to have him on if I wanted somebody to come on who has this point of view, right? Yeah. Like if I wanted to talk about it's okay to have, or what makes an adult an adult. Like if I want to have that kind of conversation. But other than that, he has no value to me whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean,
anybody else would like to jump in?
He's kind of funny. I mean, he's funny in the sense that he's
kind of.
I bet he screws his dogs.
You know what?
Horses.
That's bestiality. That's why they were crying.
Am I wrong?
I just let my buddy Paul from the UK pop in. I'm gonna pop out.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Funny that because people are continuing making comments towards Frank, which I don't, it's like feeding the troll. Frank in a way is a troll as well. So
I see it, and I'm just like,
whatever. Yeah, just leave it. Just leave it.
Hello, I considered, because I was watching earlier when. Hello, everybody. Thank you.
Hello.
And thanks for your seat, Dave. I appreciate it. I had to pop out earlier. I was just watching it very, very. Actually, he's just blooming followed me. That honest Frank or whatever he calls himself. I was actually quite concerned about what he's talking about and some of the angles. Please be careful what you say here, because I've got my daughter just by the side of me. Elise, if you don't mind, just be careful what you say, because I've got my daughter by the side of me. Yes, darling. You hungry, are you? All right, I'll get you something in a second. Go on. I was actually quite concerned about some of the things that he was talking about.
Yeah.
And I even considered, but only because I jumped in, that I didn't do this. I even considered reporting him to Blab. Because they're definitely not the kind of people that I expect to see on this platform.
Right.
Because, we can all be, don't get me wrong, I can push the boundaries sometimes. I know you can, Elise, because I've seen you do it. Right?
No, at least it's always.
But there's nothing, but you know where the line is and you know where to stop. Right. Someone said they did report him. As someone's just saying they did report him.
Oh yeah, of course they reported me. What are you kidding me?
But it's inappropriate, if you ask me, to even be having those discussions.
It made me uncomfortable. Like, I don't want Frank to be part of a conversation about that issue. Or trying to convince him of anything. That's not, it didn't matter to me in the sense that, I have something emailed to me when a new pedophile registers in my area. That matters to me. It matters
the thing is that it seemed to me, and I went, and on the back of what I saw there, and I actually wrote in the comments at the time, you know what, I'm a bit concerned about this conversation, so I'm going to leave, right? And that's what I did. But I took the opportunity to go in and have a look at some of the blabs that he's done before. And some of those are just as concerning, to be honest with you.
Yes, they are.
And I actually, now that I've heard that, I was reluctant to report him because I didn't really, I jumped in halfway through it and I thought I'll give him the benefit of the doubt kind of thing.
Oh my God.
Well, the thing is, he is definitely not going to be a Black community member. He was there.
He's not going to come to my house. Jordy, is he coming to your house?
No, definitely not.
Come to your house?
Oh, he's in the comments now.
Ignore him, Paul. Ignore him.
What you were talking about, Frank.
Yeah, but they're
fella. I don't know how you define normal, but normal is about, an acceptable use of this
problem is
that
he had his chance.
Created his own Black.
I had my chance.
We all know that.
Boy, that's fucking delusional.
We're all not in it.
I did not have my chance.
He's alone. And so now he's got to come back and go, oh, no, I'm going to piss everyone off. You're all going to come back to me.
He blew his one chance to have his first impression.
Well, the truth is...
Ignore him, Paul. Ignore him, Paul.
I'm going to...
I agree with 7. Listen, I agree with 7.
7.
God damn it.
That we need to be vigilant. Right? So we need to be vigilant in the community, right? And we need to be aware.
Oh, you froze.
Let me tell you why it's inappropriate, because I don't think we've even talked about that. Let me tell you why that type of discussion is inappropriate. Is because at this time of day, I don't know what time it is where you guys are, but where I am, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, right? My daughter's just got in from school, okay, and I don't want her overhearing those types of conversations, and there are other young people that use this platform, young minds, that they may be young adults and all the rest of it, but I don't want the internet corrupting these people's minds. They don't even need to be having these discussions, quite frankly.
No, but if we are here to sort of protect, let's say, our children, I think, I'm a parent as well, and I will try to sort of control what my children are watching and what they're allowed to do on the internet. I'm having a discussion,
Stupid assholes. So fucking dictators. My God. Look, see, I reloaded. It's not doing anything. I'm banned. Fucking jerk. Alright, bye. Fuck you. Yeah, he must have blocked me. What a fucking bunch of jerks. Alright, so I don't even have headphones now. Because nobody's got the balls to came up on me, right? I know. I understand. And he's afraid of me because I wear American flag. It's intimidating, I know. When people get fucking frightened. And that's life. I should go to bed. What time is it? Fucking God. It's 11:01. Shit. So you know what I gotta do? I gotta fucking eat breakfast. Oh, and then take a nap. Go to sleep. See if I can get some kind of sleep in. Because I got to be up for tonight on the Spreecast.